Yep. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I don't even know who's here, but I'm here. Hey, look, 3 people popped on. Jesus Christ, I'm tired from that other one. How many of you guys are watching that the big show with the kid and the mom? Boy, that I know I'm done with COVID, but that took some air right out of me. It really did. All right. Anthony would like to have a cigar and a glass of bourbon with you, buddy. Anthony, me too, my man. Chell says, hey, Ringo Satire, good to see you again, John. Ringo, one of the original extras. 420 High says Hector Martinez, yes. Trying to hold on, not letting the screen jump on me, you guys. Jason, hey, I am newer, but came to this live now too. Hey, Jason, appreciate you showing up, man. If you stumbled across this and you got nothing else to do in your life, well, then you're leading a very sorry life if you're stuck here with me. There's anything's more important than this. But thank you. Evie, this is my first time making it to both live streams. Hey, I'm hungry, you guys. I haven't eaten in a while, so I got some wheat thin. So not trying to be rude and stuff, but this is less of a show. This is more of us hanging out at a campfire around a bar, talking. Just in the you guys, the people that've been here before, you guys know I'm gonna eat a little bit right there. Just hang with me, please. Hang with me. Stephen M says, "Yep." Jason Pack, I'm newer here. Got that one. Evie, first time. Okay. Steph and Skip King, good to finally catch you live. Well, welcome, Steph or Skip, whichever one you are. Glad to have you on there. Let's see what we got here. Something green popped up. Wolfman, I'm worried we're going to lose all the great engines for crap cars. Yeah. Big love from the UK. We are. They're going to get rid of every car. All of us who drive cars and trucks, I don't care if it's a show car, a car you're building, or it's just an old clunker that you happen to like. You know when we're going to be able to drive them? On Sundays in parades. That's it. That's where that's going. Long after I'm dead and gone, you guys are going to remember some old coot, me, told you some story about only driving gas-powered, loud engine cars in parades on Sundays. That's it. You wait. That's where it's going. Another one popped up. Just a thought. Just a thought. Jen reporting for duty. Just a thought. One of the original extras. Solver of the Boston hat issue. Just a thought. Fall in line, sir. Fall in line. There we go. There we go. Extra fried. General, happy I could make the bottom of the Glass Nation logo for you. Hey, man, that is it. I put that up for today's thing on there, and I'm not done with that yet. That's got some cool shit. We always talk about the truth being at the bottom of the glass. The stories come from the bottom of the glass, and Extra Fried called us the bottom of the Glass Nation. How cool is fucking that? We are the bottom of the Glass Nation. Every goddamn one of us. There we go. Amazing says, let's go Bucs. You really going to go against my Rams? Is that where we're going with this? Jesus is online. What's up and how you doing? Hey, Jesus, on the last live stream, was talking to your dad. I hope he's not pissed. Bob says, go Rams. All right, skipping around here. I'm trying to get caught up. I'm trying to read everything. If I don't read yours because I'm talking, be patient. I'm trying to scroll through all of them. Anthony, you say you were there at the end. FBI, big show. Missed the end. I don't know. I don't know if the end was funny or not. I don't know how you guys thought about that conversation with God. That was kind of an impromptu, just throw some shit out there. I don't know. I was drinking. What do you want? Let's go Dodgers. Noah, I'm with you, baby, even though they're not playing. George Crowley, what's up? Hey, George. Jamie Hemba, watched it, and it was great. Did you, Jamie? Tell me that it wasn't a fucked up mess that whole time, because sometimes it feels like it was a fucked up mess.
Well, that's when you screw up the A-team.
I didn't screw up the A-team. I made one mistake in the A-team. The Hannibal Lecter thing. All right. I was drinking. Come on, man. How many of us get all of our shit right when we're drinking? We don't. JM, can you tell us your favorite story about your grandfather? No, no, man. I got a lot of favorite stories about my grandfather. A lot of one-liners he passed along to me about life. One of them was what I told you guys earlier on the other live stream was don't lie to yourself. And he was right. I didn't know what he meant at the time. I was probably a little bit too young. I mean, it's not like he expressed these things to me when I was 6, but let's all think about what he said when he says, don't lie to yourself. And how many of us do that? How many of us, and I know my favorite thing to bring up when that was don't lie to yourself is don't stay in a relationship you're not supposed to be in. And they do. Mostly women do that. But there's guys that do it too. And they stay in a relationship, they make every excuse. Well, we have so much time invested. And, if I could just get him to change this and it'd be okay. And they make excuses and they're lying to themselves. And you're burning up years of your life that you don't have. You don't have them. You don't have as many as you think. They go by. That's one. Same thing with a job. Quit lying to yourself, telling yourself that you can't find another job, that no one will take you, no one will pay you, no one will. Come on, man, you know better than that. But it's really hard, isn't it? And he was right. He was right about that. You want one more thing that I can remember him saying? My grandfather told me, and this is common knowledge. Other people have said these things. It's not like my grandfather's channeling wisdom through me to you that's uniquely his. I may say it's uniquely his generation. Yeah, some of that stuff they say, but he said your true character, or you want to know what kind of a person you are, is how you behave when no one's around. It's how you act when you know you can get away with something and you're the only one that's going to know if you still do the right thing. If you still do the right thing when no one else is watching. I don't know. Some of that stuff really fucking hits home, um, especially when I'm drinking, because then I realize what a fuck up I am and how stupid my shit is, and all the mistakes I've made, and wish I had made better, more honorable choices. But it's not too late for you guys. No, 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 no. All you have to do is force yourself to do it. You know what the good thing is? When you force yourself to do the right thing when no one else is around, the feeling you get. You do the wrong thing and you feel the guilt afterwards, and you just kind of squash it down and put it up, compartmentalize it, put it over here, but you did the wrong thing. You could have done better. Can you imagine the good side, that good feeling you get if you would have just done the right thing when no one was around, when no one was watching? I'm telling you, it's almost intoxicating when you start doing that. It really is. Hang on a second. I'm trying to jump around, but there's some shit showed up here, some green things. Very angry citizen. I don't want to read this one. This is going to be bad. Very angry citizen. Starting off that I'm worried. Starting with a $5 bill says, haven't watched a single NFL game since Kaepernick took a knee. I even missed my Eagles Super Bowl on principle. I have hobbies as a replacement. You know what? Good for you. That's some dedication to the right thing. But very angry citizen. Let me tell you that a lot of what they're doing now is away from all those symbols and 3-letter words and stuff we didn't like. I'm telling you, very few of it is present. Sometimes on the back of a helmet, it says believe, or the end zone has a little thing across the top that says together we can make changes. I mean, it's very, very light. They didn't like losing their viewership. They didn't like that at all. There's some stuff. Very angry citizen. You've stood your ground. They got the message. There's a lot of changes they've made away from that stuff, and they're coming back around. So don't very angry citizen, don't be afraid to come back. You've waited long enough. You've made your point. You and 20 million other people. I mean, look at all the NFL gear we all quit buying. We all quit watching. It was a huge impact on them. Now, they say it wasn't, and then, oh, no, this not down. No, it was. You look at the NFL's numbers, you look at the stuff that they publicly put out, they have some of their corporation taxes are public information, and people who know go get them and expose them. Here was their revenue loss. They can tell it was a big thing, and they've moved away from it. Very, very angry citizen. Don't feel bad about going back. Maybe you've made a point that did count. It's time. I'm giving you permission. If you need to, you go right ahead. No one's going to think less of you for that. All right. Scrolling through, but I missed some stuff here. Mikey Mack, he says, still fucking up, making mistakes, aren't we all? Angel, 8 fingers, $4.99. Glenn Levitt, 12. Scotch and smoke on Sunday with Gen X Dad. Nothing worth doing is easy. Isn't that the truth? I have something a word of wisdom that I would always drink and pass along to my children. We'd sit around when my boys got older and they had friends over and stuff. And we had these big, huge, raging barbecues that were just fucking amazingly big. And one of the things I'd always say was I said, never drink scotch unless it's a double scotch and older than 12 years. Now that's supposed to be insightful. And that's supposed to be, ooh, did you hear that? So pass that, write that down. You can steal it. You can use it as your own wisdom. Scotch, never less than 12 years old. But I got that from a movie, Robert Redford. Wouldn't expect you guys to know what it was. But but Glenn Levitt. And then I have some, Angel. No lie. Good stuff, man. Not messing around. What am I seeing here? Something got blocked. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one out of it. God, just some people are just angry. Not even at me this time, like I did something, just so you know. Hybrid R. Telly came up with the green. Howdy, have you considered a spin-off podcast for yourself? Automotive repair advice, X trivia, hobby. Well, you covered a lot of that in what I do with the kids podcast. You did. Hybrid. But as far as automotive repair, I've been out of the game for a few years now, and you got to stay in the game. If you know, you know. I wouldn't be. There's so many better talk shows out there that people can do much better. They stay in tune with it every day. They read the magazines, they look at the articles, they're up on it. I just haven't been. I would have been very good at it perhaps 5 years ago, 6 years ago. In fact, there was a time when I was one of the youngest drivability mechanics with the highest certificate ratings in the Western United States. But that was 90, 92, 93, somewhere in there. I mean, that's a long time ago. And then I was just a solid good mechanic after that. I wouldn't have considered myself anything special, although my wife would have told you I was the best mechanic on the planet. But I think she was misled a little bit because she loved me. So, yeah. So no, I haven't done that. But the other stuff in here, the one thing that I didn't ever do that the kid wanted me to do, there's actually a TikTok channel called Gen X Talk Shop. And all he wanted me to do was duet other people. He wanted to pull up a thing and show me something and have me go, what the fuck is this guy doing? It just wanted me to go sideways on him. There was it was that type of a thing, but that takes a lot of time, and I didn't have it. And then I got sick. It was the holidays. Then I got sick with COVID. But he wanted me to do just kind of just 60 seconds of me looking at somebody do something and go, oh, that's a fucking great tool. Boy, I wish I had that tool. Something good, or like, what the fuck is this idiot doing? He wanted me to do those. Those might have been really fun, but that was just too much. I mean, I don't think I would have had time for any of that stuff on there. Yeah. All right, let me scroll back. Hold on. There's one more screen. Ringo again. Curious about the status of the extra t-shirts. Ringo, I know. Gen X mom, she just got back. Remember, Gen X mom was taking care of her mother, who is not sick. She's just really old. Like, she forgets her pills, forgets what she's doing, where she's walking, falls down. So the children, my wife and her siblings, are taking turns taking care of her down in the San Fernando Valley. So the things she's doing down there take away from what she's doing here. So we're a little bit behind on the product stuff, but I promise you, Ringo, that the extra t-shirts are going to be available. She's going to do them. I'm telling you, the people are turning in designs for the flag. This whole big funny thing. For those of you who don't know, there's a couple hundred of you in here. Let me pull up this thing. I want to read you how we got here. This is old news for some of you. I'm very aware of that. I want to read you what happened in the beginning. Okay, I got the thing here. So listen to how all this stupid shit got started. It was a live stream about a month ago. We were all fucking drinking. There were so many of us drinking on here. We're laughing our asses off. And then somebody who I've never heard from before, never heard from since. I've said his name on here a bunch of times. He's never popped up on a live, an email, nothing. This guy's name was Stephen Loban. And he just made a comment, and I was drinking. I won't say the word drunk because that sounds awful. I was drinking, and he writes this. Now you listen to this. This is where it all started. He wrote, speaking about me, he is he is the Gen X general. He leads us. He is my president. He is our Yoda. Let us hear our king. And I read that and we were dying. All of us literally on the live stream were fucking dying. We didn't take it seriously. It was the funniest thing. I mean, you guys have always said, oh, Gen X for president. Gen X is my spirit animal. Gen X dad is my long lost brother. I wish all the wonderful compliments that I completely deserve. And I'm entitled to all of those good things because they're all wonderful and I'm a wonderful guy. Just ask me. I'll tell you. I'll tell you all about how wonderful I am. When you want to talk about it, it's my favorite topic. So I read that, and it was over the top. We were laughing so hard. And Allie Girl, which she's one of our moderators from Boston. She's not from Boston. She's from Quincy, which you say Quincy because if you say it wrong, you're an outsider. So I'm trying to pretend like I know what the fuck's going on. Anyway, she's wonderful, and she's from Boston. She said, you're a cult leader. This is a cult. To which we started laughing again. We're fucking carrying on about it being a cult. And then I think Fried came up and Fried said that I was the general of this cult. So I'm General X for Gen X, which was kind of funny. And then I don't know if you said General X. Maybe it wasn't Fried who said General X. Anyway, Fried came up with, well, what do we call ourselves if we are this cult? And it's so fucking funny. And I'm telling you, we were drinking and laughing that night. I can barely fucking remember what it was, but we were drinking and laughing and carrying on. And Fried came up and said, okay, you're the general, we're extras without the E. Extras. This is Generation X, this is Gen X Talks. You're the General X, we're your extras, which we thought was fucking brilliant. We thought that was the coolest thing ever. Again, it just made us all drink more that night. And we couldn't fucking stop. So now I'm the General X of and you guys are the extras with an X, and along comes the t-shirt, which is where I was going with all this. And Ringo now is in here saying, where's the goddamn t-shirt? Because Ringo was there in the beginning too. There was a handful of us that were there from the very beginning. Gen X Mom is making a t-shirt that says, I'm an extra, with an X, no E extra, just extra. I'm an extra in the Gen X Army or the Legion of X. But then coming up with this one that we just did, we are the bottom of the glass nation, which I thought was fucking brilliant because the truth is at the bottom of that glass. When I get to the bottom of the glass, my inhibitions are going to be gone. The filter on my mouth is going to be gone. And you're going to hear the truth and you're going to hear the story. Yeah. So there's so many little things being integrated in there that are badass. Hold on. My screen popped up. We'll get back. Angry Citizen again, $10. Redford Spy Game. Oh, my God. I can't tell if very angry citizen's a guy or a girl by the picture. It's an angry person. But they got it. Redford Spy Game was that quote. I'll never go back to watching NFL. My life is more fulfilling now. I'm building dumb stuff and breaking and then rebuilding it. Hey, I wasn't trying to change your life, very, very angry citizen. I'm just going to call you Citizen X. I was just saying, I was just pointing out that your protest worked. You were part of a financial statement that and a moral statement that did the right thing. If you don't have to ever go back, but I'm letting you know that if you did, you wouldn't go back. You wouldn't be coming back humbly watching NFL games. I want you to know, in my opinion, I feel you'd be coming back triumphantly. And there's a difference. There really is. Hold on. A green one just went off the screen and then it left. This is a general report for duty. I'm missing a ton of comments, guys, because I can't shut up. I can't stop running my mouth. I'm sorry. I've seen the game since Kaepernick technique. Got that one. Did I miss this one? Where's the other one? Hybrid. I got his. Angel for Life. Glenn Levis Scott. I got that. And then Citizen got the quote. Figured that one out. What did I miss? There was another one in there. Did I miss that? I'm sorry, guys. There was one that popped up. I should have grabbed it, and I feel like there it is. Clay Sinacori. That's a new name. Clay Sinacori. I'm gonna call you Clay. And Mama call him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. I know. Now, did you catch that? Does anybody know where that was from? His mama call him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. His name was Muhammad Ali. His mama call him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. Not that anybody's gonna know where that was from, but I'm sorry. I'm drinking again. Okay, you guys got me drinking for the past 2 hours, and I'm putting it away. All right, Clay. Why do you think millennials are children? Why do you think millennials are children? Do you think that some of our parents are not from the greatest generation or baby boomers? I'm a little confused by the question. Why do you think millennials are children? First, let me break that down. Clay, everybody that younger than me is a kid. Everybody older than me is an old man. Did you follow me on that? Everybody younger than me is a kid. Everybody older than me is an old man. That means if you're younger than me, you're a kid. I don't care. That's just how it is. That's the world I live in right here. It's very narrow. Yes, it's very narrow-minded. Do you think that some of our parents are not from the greatest generation or baby boomers? I would say that no millennials are born from the greatest generation. Maybe, but that'd be a stretch. That would really be a stretch. There is a generation between. This is something you guys may not be aware of, and I'm privileged to this. I'm privileged to this special information because I read. Shh, there's something in the silent generation. The silent generation, like Gen X. I was born to baby boomers. Plain and simple, clear out. Gen X mom was born to the silent generation. She has older parents for her age group, and they fit there's an overlay between a boomer and a greatest generation. I would say that none of you millennials are from the greatest generation. Baby boomers, of course. Yes, there are some there. Silent generation, that is a weird mix. Yes, some there too. Clay, I don't know if that answers your question, but we certainly had a few minutes together, didn't we? My man. Another one popped up on the screen here. Who do we got? Cybertech Werewolf. Cybertech Werewolf. That sounds like a gamer tag to me. New extra here. Yeah, all right. Love the content. Got a son with a great head on his shoulders. Keep it up. God bless from the USS Nimitz. Holy shit. The USS Nimitz. I have been on the USS Midway because it's a museum in San Diego. I have never been on a super carrier. I would give my left nut to have a tour of the Ronald Reagan or the Nimitz. Yes, I know Gen X moms over there. My dad was on it. Yes, your dad was fucking cooler than me when it comes to military shit. I know that. Your dad was in the Navy. Your dad designed the SR-71 Blackbird. I have a lot to live up to. I got it. Yes, he did. He was one of the aeronautical designers. Yes, he was. Test flight engineer. Yeah, that means when a pilot came back and said, hey, the SR-71's doing this, your dad got a pencil and a piece of paper and figured out what to do. Genius fucking man that guy was. Anyway, from the Nimitz, I can't tell you how fucking cool that is. From the Nimitz. I love that kind of shit. Another one popped up. I'm going to try to scroll back. I'm way, way behind in the comments, but I'm going to blow through them. You got to be patient with me. I'm going to get there. Teresa the Kid, millennial mom of 4, 16, 15, 11, and 6 months. Here, hubby is a Gen Xer. Love and appreciate your insight. How did you handle so many kids at one time? That is a fair question. Teresa, I'm going to raise a glass to you right now, darling. Right to you, because it's fucking important, and I need you to know that. And then I'm going to tell you exactly how I was able to raise 8 children. All right? Quiet. Do you want to come over here and do this live stream? Are these all of a sudden your friends? No, these are my friends. We're drinking right now. I want you to sit there, and I was going to give her the sit there and be quiet like a woman should. She will come over here and knock the shit out of me. You guys will see husband abuse right here. It'll happen to me. She gonna do it. So hang on. Hold on, Teresa. This is for you, dear. Ah, she calls these my training wheels. I can't drink whiskey like I used to. Okay. Teresa, when you have 8 children, now remember, I've raised 32 children. This last group of 8, 4 boys and 4 girls, we're down to just one under 18. We've had a couple move back in and move back out, but when you have that many children, you become organized. Now, all I had to do was go to work. I get up in the morning. By 6 o'clock, I'm out the door. I come home 6 o'clock night. Um, Gen X mom had the house clean, the kids organized, dinner was ready, laundry was done. It was great. My job was to leave and come back. Her job was to organize with 2 kids, 2 adults, and 8 kids was 10 breakfasts, get 10 lunches ready, 8 backpacks in the morning with all their stuff, 8 kids out the door for school, come home, go through 8 backpacks, get 8 snacks ready, 8 kids doing their chores, and get 8 kids ready for dinner, have a small dinner party for 10 people, and have the kids organized with their chores and dishes, then watch 8 kids for their homework, get 8 kids ready for bed. She had plastic containers for the kids with big lids. That was your deodorant, your toothpaste, your soap, your washcloth, your toothbrush, everything in it. You pack your towel over your shoulder. Everybody in the bathroom, do your stuff. You pack your stuff out. Next kid in the bathroom. Didn't have to have drawers full of everything. She was extremely organized. Now, I've known a lot of women in my life. I've known a lot of girls, and I'm telling you, I have never met a woman like Gen X mom that was that organized and that firm and that structured and that loving towards her kids all at once. God gave me a gift when he brought her in to manage my children. Let me tell you. I mean, it was you when you have 2 parents and 8 kids, you can't run a man-to-man defense. You got to step back and create a zone defense and try to corral everybody. And that's how we did it, Teresa. So there you know that. Let me something came a very angry citizen. She hang on. Very angry citizen put out a $20 bill. I appreciate your insight because I'm right there with you. I am a Gen Xer too. Turned 50 this August. My father installed the emergency wash down system on the Nimitz, the Saratoga 2, and the FIA naval base in the mid 80s. Man, very angry citizen. We could talk for hours with me just asking questions and listening to answers. I would be that I dig that kind of shit. Just that kind of personal information about you know about someone and a chunk of their family history on how they contributed something like that. And Gen X mom's dad, who worked for Lockheed and helped build design the SR-71. I wish I had a story like that. I don't, but I wish I did. Solstice 3, Cyberwolf. I build bombs too. So, Sol is talking to Cybertech Wolf. He builds bombs. Oh no, I don't want to hear all that stuff, you guys. All right, let me scroll through and see if I missed some stuff, and let me run down. So Ringo, the t-shirts are coming. I promise you, we're getting there. Let me 420 Earthling. He's got a blocked comment or something, but I didn't block it. Can you believe I got every game right except for my favorite team, Cowboys? You know what we forgot to do? We forgot to Gen Z Kid had a list of stuff he was supposed to talk about in the other live stream, and guess what? He fucked up every bit of it, just like a Gen Z kid would. We were supposed to announce the winners and the prizes for the Pigskin Pick'em. So I'll try to figure out a way to do that with you guys here. Steph and Skip, $5. You said God gift about your wife. We are the last generation that believe in God. It's a crazy world. Appreciate y'all. Hey, Steph, you're not wrong about that. That's an angle that I don't know that I'll be able to do anything about other than devise a strategy and gently push in a direction. And long after I'm dead and gone, maybe someone else will push the next round. You're right, though. You are right. You're not wrong on that. Big Homer Locks, $5. Hey, Gen X Dad, I talk to my boys like you, yet they don't see the love and the message. How did you get your son to understand? Um, that's a that's a really good question. Oh, Gen X mom's got a good point. She's over. She's. I would say she's just eavesdropping on the conversation, but she's listening and advising too. Big Homer just asked a question. He says, "Hey, Gen X Dad, I talk to my boys like you, yet they don't see the love and the message. How do you get your son to understand?" Um, there are times when I look at my son and I tell him, "You're the biggest fucking idiot I know on the planet." And then there's 90% of the time when we're driving in an old pickup truck together doing some stuff and we're just talking about anything that comes up. He tells me about his friends at school. We talk about the world. He'll bring up something that he's heard on the radio or news. We laugh about everything. We talk a lot about how his older brothers and sisters were raised, some of the mistakes they made. And I mean, there's you guys see about 5% of the relationship. If you if you see some of the live stream stuff we do, you can see there's a much different bond than when he ambushes me with that fucking camera and those goddamn videos. It's a whole different feel and it's a vibe. I make sure that when I raise all these children, there is order, there is structure, there is discipline, and they kids love structure. They love eating at a certain time, having certain chores. I know they say they hate it, but in the end, when they get older into their 20s and 30s, they come back and tell you, "Thank you for giving me structure." You know, they like as much of that as they can, and it's true. So Gen Z kid gets a lot of different type of affection from me in the form of listening and talking and being there when he needs to sort some stuff out, and I'm not condescending about it. It's a real feeling. Homer, I hope that answers your question. I really hope it does. What am I missing here? Metalhead Madman, $10. Holy crap, 8 kids. Props to you, man. Well, Metalhead, how did we get here? Props to me. I mean, how did I end up with 8 kids? I mean, look at this. Gen X mom just couldn't keep her hands off me. What can I tell you? I mean, when you want to know how I got that and how I handled myself, how I conducted myself with 8 kids, well, I mean, let's take a good hard look. I can turn this down, but I can't turn it off. I'm sorry about that. And the result was 8 children later. So metalhead, if you believe that lie, then I'm doing a good job. Scuba Steve. Scuba Steve, for those of you who don't know, is from an Adam Sandler flick. Thanks for the videos, my guy. Scuba Steve. Appreciate your name. Appreciate you for hanging out. Thanks, man. That $5 is going in the donation for the fund because look right here. I'm almost out. And there's truth at the bottom of that glass. There's a story I wanted to tell you guys, and I don't know if I can. It'll take too long, and you guys would be bored and hang up, and we'd lose all the followers. But there was a story that Gen X mom actually reminded me of. That was a big story. The kid even wanted me to tell the story in here, where he could crop it and put graphics to it and make it a video because it was such an amazingly cool story. And it's not. It's not even that amazing. It's just a fucking dumb story. All right, Steph Square, I'm going to email you about doing a live interview with you on your channel. We should do a podcast together. Steph and Skip, email away, man. I'm in. Let's do something together. You want to phone it in? You want to Zoom it in? Podcast it in? Whatever, man. I'm fucking down. I'm making this shit up as I go along, so I can't even tell. I'm good, man. You email. Solstice again, Mr. Gen X, you misunderstood the exchange between myself and Cybertech. We're service members who specialize in munitions to support the DoD. I'm sorry, I get caught up sometime. You're right, Solstice. I see people talking. I don't care if you guys talk, but sometimes I jump in and think I know what I'm talking about. I fucking don't. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'm gonna back way up here for a minute. Make sure I'm covering everything. You guys got to give me a minute. I'm gonna try to race through a bunch of stuff and see if I can't get caught up. All right. So can you just give me a second? Here I go. You see me turn the screen. I'm getting serious now. This is my serious face. I'm gonna try to cover some of this. Extra Fried said hashtag BOTGN, bottom of the glass nation. That's what he means. Mark Tammy Faith, mine was don't sweat the small stuff. That's a good phrase. Hold on. Something popped up on my screen just when I was getting here. Cal H. Sec. 50. I don't know what SEC is. Hello from Sweden. You know, you guys tricked me on that stuff before. One guy posted 2,500 something, and I didn't know what it was. And it was from some country that everybody says it's like $3.98, which I was appreciative of course, but I didn't know what it meant. So when Cal A says hello from Sweden, I dig these fucking from Sweden, and it says 50, but SEK 50 could be $2. I don't know because you guys, I'm not smart enough to know what the current exchange is and everything, man. I'm just a fucking dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. But Cal H, my man, thank you. Cal, I don't even know if you're a dude. You could be a girl, but it's Cal H. It's kind of like Cal L, Superman, right? Am I way off on Cal H, Cal L? Come on, man. At least be with me a little bit on that. It's an assumption, but it's fair. Whatever. All right, hold on. I'm still drinking. We're almost to the story, and then it's going to get on. All right, another one. Just a thought. One of the original extras, General. Have you been watching the Yellowstone with Kevin Costner? It might be one of the best shows I've seen in a while. I've watched it religiously. I didn't watch the prequel yet, 1886 or whatever it is, but I have been an avid watcher of Yellowstone, and my wife always associates me with Rip. My wife, obviously knowing me since I was 5 and knowing my history, when she watches that, I think Gen X mom thinks that Rip is better looking than me, but I think that when she looks at some of the shit he does, she looks over at me and points at the TV and goes, "Yeah, I've seen you do that," that type of stuff. So yeah, I've watched Yellowstone avidly. All right, I'm gonna try to blow through this. All right, please let me try to blow through this really fast. Uh, Freaking Amazing, aka Joanne, dropping diamonds. Thank you, Jim Jones. Fellow Gen Xer, much respect from the Bay Area. 70 Gen X, Jim Jones, man. For Gen Xers, that gives a name. The Jim Jones. Remember the Jim Jones massacre? Am I the only one who remembers that? That's the thing, man. Steve O, integrity, talking about the grandpa piece we talked about there. Piece by piece ownership. Checkers, even when I was a toddler, would not let me win. Who wouldn't let you win? I'm a little lost on that one, but I'm with you. Chell, integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is looking. Chell is 100% right. Anthony M, that's integrity. See, we're back. We're still back talking. Yes, the grandfather integrity thing, and you guys get that right there. Black Indian, 100%. That means he's agreeing. I'm thankful. John Goff, I've told my kids the same thing since they could understand. John, just pound it into them. Be gentle with them, but be consistent. I'm with you. Jamie, extra fried. Thanks for the reminder of the thumbs up, but I don't know what that means. No chumps fitness. Good advice. No chumps. But remember, as much as I'm taking credit for that and pretending it's all me and pretending how wise I am, let's realize that it was somebody way better than me speaking those words. Randy, it's called integrity. Yes, it is. And he's right on that. And then we get to the Glenn Levitt thing. And Fat Joe, I don't do that. Lost you on that, Fat Joe. Frank, I come from a family of jarheads. I'm always repenting. Yeah, Frank, I got you on that. At least you're aware. RK Auto Detailing. One can always make and get money. Time you never get back. Be smart on how you use your time. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. RK, side note, real quick, I won't get off on a tangent. I think about that all the time because I'm a 54-year-old big fat guy with an enlarged heart and a breathing problem. The heart attack could hit me any moment, even during a live stream. And I wonder how many more minutes I have left to say or do anything. Um, and I think 3 people, I was half joking with Gen Z kid the other night. We were watching, last night, watching Clear and Present Danger, and in the movie Jim Greer dies, the character in that he passed away, and 21 gun salute. The president was there and a bunch of people, and I remember murmuring, and he picked up on it. But I remember murmuring. I think there'll be 3 people that showed up at my funeral. I think maybe 3 people would show up, and I was half joking about it, but who really remembers people when they're gone? which is a whole other thing I was going to talk about, but I don't want to get off on that. RK, yeah, thanks for fucking up my day, RK. You really just took me down.
Hey, Dad,
Yeah.
everybody dies twice. First when you die, and when the last person thinks about you.
Ooh. Gen Z kid dropped a little thing in there. He goes, everybody dies twice. I've never, that's probably a phrase and I've never heard this before. He said, Gen Z kid just walked up listening to what I was saying. He says, everybody dies twice. Once when you die, and then the last time you die is when the last person thinks about you for the last time and nobody thinks about you anymore. Oh, not a bad fucking point. Mikey Mac, still a fuck up myself, still making mistakes. Love your point of Mikey, baby, then you and me are on the same page. Hey, somebody who's not doing anything, give me a refill on my glass over there. Mark Tammy Faith is calling integrity, got that. Thomas Aquino, at least you get to teach your youngins from your mistakes. No shit. I wish I had the courage to write down every mistake I've ever made. It'd be thicker than a dictionary, but then at least my kids could look at it and at least know what not to do.
I didn't carry the one. God dang it.
Boxing profiler, you speak facts. It's almost as good as helping someone else. Shit. The screen jumped. Apologies. Boxing profiler, you speak facts. It's almost as good as helping someone else without them asking. I hope so, man. I mean, you're talking to a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert, this guy. And everything that I'm telling you guys is stolen information from people smarter than me. Now, I'm going to pass it off as my own. I'm going to pass it off as these hours of saturations in my brain and calculations, and I'm just stealing what other people said before me that way smarter than me. I'm nothing more than a conduit of drunken phrases and sayings. Something popped up on the screen. Hang on. Edward Haynes, our shoe guy, the man. Thoughts on the design I sent you, brother? Just wanted your personal opinion. Or your take was, again, truly honored. Edward Haynes is making, I talked about it in the other live stream. The dude he's a real shoe guy. Like he has a website where he can design shoes. Now, he's not Nike. He doesn't produce 5 million shoes a month. This guy, and I'm just getting to know him a little bit, but this guy seems like he's a custom guy. Like he builds something and creates something for an event, for a cause, for a place, a person, a thing. And he's decided to participate in making some sort of a Gen X shoe. We've just began looking this up. Some of the design stuff he sent are incredible. And the kid jumped on his website and he's like, he can make these. I go, these are his. He does fucking make them. More conversation has to come. That fucking cat is a cool cat, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I really can't. So, Edward, I'm with you, baby. I got your emails. I'm gonna go back to him. It'd be great to make something and present something and show people what you can do. You have some talent, my friend. You really do. Tony Boswell, $10. Much respect for keeping it 100%. I'm 45 and still learning about life. We all fall. It's how we pick ourselves up. Thanks again, Tony. I'm with you, man. And the fact that you found us, you're hanging out, the fact you took time to drop a note and a 10 spot, I'm with you. The one thing you're going to get from me is you're going to get 100% real talk. I may be full of shit the whole fucking time, but it ain't going to be fake, made up bullshit that I'm trying to fit into someone else's agenda. No. You know, I'm very much not politically correct. I'm not part of the woke movement. You know, I don't say things intentionally to offend people. And I promise you, I'm not going out of my way in how I talk and joke around, not offending people. If you get offended, you have the right to be offended. Go ahead, be offended. I say what I say because I'm allowed to. You get offended because you're allowed to. And guess what? We all go on. You can't come at me and say, don't say these things. It's offensive. Fuck you. All right. Another one dropped up on the screen. White hot shaft. White hot. Yeah, I'm hoping that's something. Then I'm sorry, my head goes in the wrong. Rams got it in the bag. Every higher up on the Lions needs to get fired. Using Matt correctly. Yeah, you guys did that. I'm assuming you're a Lions fan. You guys made the trade. You guys, that's I'm loving where the Rams ended up. I knew in the beginning they had extreme potential. Even Von Miller and everybody's, oh, he's old. He's old. I'm a huge Broncos fan, so I love the lineup. And I want you to know, Gen X mom is over there. She's got a drink in her hand. She's got food on the way. The game is on the big screen, and here I am with you guys. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? I'm asking, what does that tell you? Because I don't know what that means. All right, still blowing through the stuff. Stadium 94 says hello, sir. Stadium, how are you, my friend? I hope you still hung around. Frank, no half measures in this life. Frank, isn't that the goddamn truth? Half measures get you half results. Two Bear, let's find the truth, General. The truth is out there. Hey, Two Bear sends me stuff in Patreon. Two Bear sends me some emails, personal stuff, like really wanted to dig down, like, hey, what the fuck's going on? Are you okay and stuff, and some questions and answers. So Two Bear, that we're gonna find the truth. And I don't know if there's a James Dean story that according to everybody needs to be told. Yes, I have a personal, one of a kind, me only James Dean story. Believe it or not. Doug in Ferreira. Integrity is a must. Yes, I might be persuaded to tell the James Dean story soon. I'm working up to it. Hang on. So Doug in Ferreira, integrity is a must. Doug, don't let go of that, man. Wear it like a badge. White hot shaft. He dropped a 5 spot and says, I'm worse. I'm a Bears fan. Oh, white hot shaft is about welding. Yeah. I should have known that. I think I know where you're going with that. White hot shaft. Do you know what white lead is? It's a very rare thing I learned when I was a kid from an old timer about fixing something that can't be fixed. It was called white lead, and I watched him do it one time on the crankshaft of a small block Chevy that was worn out where the harmonic balancer went on. Weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Colin Gordon, haven't watched a game since Kaepernick. Ratings are at an all-time high. They don't miss you. Yeah, they do miss you, and things. The ratings are up now because they dropped a lot of their stuff. They dropped a lot of the logos. They dropped a lot of the political correctness. Just so you know, extra fry, another BOTGN, bottom of the glass nation. Did I get that one? I got that one. The Niners field goal post says end racism still. Yeah, there's still, Jim Jones said that. There's a little out there, but it's going away, and it's going away fast. You can run something into the ground to where even a good, solid message and movement, you overuse it, you do it too much, and as Americans, we finally go, I don't care about Save the Whales anymore. I got it. I'm for Save the Whales. Of course, I like whales, but Jesus Christ, you save the whale so many times in bumper stickers and uniforms and end zones and commercials that I don't give a shit about Save the Whales anymore. You can take a cause that needs to have some credibility and needs to have some attention, and you can burn Americans out on it. We just do, to where you desensitized us. Nobody cares anymore. Oh, it was shocking the first time we saw it in an end zone, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Wasn't it shocking the first time it was on the back of Save the Whales, was on the back of all the basketball uniforms? You just, whoa, and you pay attention. And then after 2 years and thousands of hours, you just don't care anymore. In fact, you get turned off to it. Not that it's not a good cause, but you burn people out. And franchises are about money. NFL and NBA and baseball, that's about money in the end. They did their part, but they pulled back from all that stuff because that was a turnoff. So the numbers are up now, but guess what? Numbers are climbing, like you said, and all that shit is disappearing, isn't it? And you can find it, but it's not like it was it? I'm telling you. Tian Becker, hello from South Africa. Hello back at you. Fat Joe, I believe in making America great again. I'm always going to be for that, no matter who says it. Gen X, never give up on football. Well, I'm with you. And Gen X, now, that's a beautiful picture for Gen X, and it's Jen. It's a girl like Jennifer X, Gen X. So just based on the picture and that, for the next hour, I'm in love. Can't help it. I'm staying right there, just so you know. Mark Tammy Faith, how's it? Uh, I'm lost on that. I don't know where we're at with that. Mark Tammy Faith. Jason Pack, I don't stop my son from watching though. Good. Don't you make your choice there. I'm good. Gollum, damn, boom, Gollum. I'm glad to hear the man speaks so much damn sense. You're an awesome man. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate your kind words. I do. Fishing man, come on, Bucs. You stop that fishing man. Don't you bring that up again. Stony B, extra. Stony B reporting for duty general. I know we're late. Stony B, fall in line. One of the original extras. You get in line, sir, and continue on. Randy Mallory, Broncos for life. That's a true statement there. You can't go wrong being faithful. Nothing popped up on the screen. Hold on. Lucas Vasquez, $5. Lucas is the name we've heard before in the program. What do you think about our prayers go out to the families? Yeah, that's a boy. Where do you want me to go with that one, Lucas? What don't we always hear that on TV? Our prayers go out to the families. How many times do you actually think after they say that they actually stopped and said a prayer? No, Lucas is right. Hold on. How many cliches happen? How many cliches do we say? Do we all say, I'm sorry for your loss? Are you? Yeah, maybe a little bit. But none of that shit is going to make a difference. When someone has a death in their family and you say, "Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Time it'll get better with time. He or she's in a better place now." Don't fucking say that shit. There's no words you're going to say to anybody who's dead or got cancer or their family that's going to make a fucking difference. Like our prayers go out to the family. No, you want to do something, then you go in the room and you say a prayer. You actually go into a room and shut a door and close your eyes and talk to God for 5 fucking minutes. Make it count. Ask a question. And when you go to those people, you should say the same thing. Well, here I am giving advice again, which I shouldn't do. You say things that count. You say things, look, I'm sorry that your brother passed away. There's no words I'm going to say are going to make you feel better and bring him back. This is just going to suck. But I want you to know that I'm genuinely thinking about you, and I'm going to call you and bug you every day to make sure you're not alone. Because when you suffer a divorce that you don't want, a breakup that you don't want, or someone in your family that you miss terribly that dies, the only thing that I've ever found that even remotely helps even a little bit is to not leave that person alone. Don't you dare come up with the usual cliches. They get thousands of those. What is the other one when someone passes away? If there's anything I can do, there's nothing you can do. What a fucking stupid thing to say. Don't say that shit. Don't tell people if there's anything I can do. Actually do something. Cook them a meal because it's hard for them to concentrate on anything to think about eating. Go sit with them when everything's over and done with and they're in their home or their apartment by themselves. Knock on their door and just say, I don't know why I'm here, but I didn't want you to be alone. Lucas, that was a great thing you asked. Our prayers go out to their families. Yeah, thanks for saying so. But I don't think anybody really prayed. How about if you really actually say a prayer and say, look, God, you took that person's life and they're way better than me. Why, that person doesn't deserve to suffer. That family doesn't deserve, could you please take a little bit of the grace you're giving me and give it to them? Please just take the edge off. Could you say a prayer that really matters instead of, Lucas, I'm sorry, you got me off on a tangent. I'm sorry. But that's how I feel about that. I got, God damn it. I know I'm losing viewers and people are signing off. I got it because I'm talking out my ass again, but that's a real thing for me. White Hot Shaft, thanks for being truly honest when others play stupid. Back to the bullshit that others break. I'm a millwright and electrician. You have a skill to use your hands. Hot Shaft, I'm with you, baby. That's good. Sorry, got off on a bummer tangent. I'm still trying to blow through. Let me try to go through these really quick, okay? All right. Backpack dad. You're the dad we always wanted, but most of us didn't have. I hope so. Um, I don't know if Gen Z kid ever gets on here when I'm not around and gives you guys an hour of his time. Why don't you guys ask him whether I'm actually the dad? He may tell you, "Hey, there's some shit about him you don't know. He's kind of a fuck up." And look who showed up. I'm talking shit about you again, son.
Well, you always do. So.
But I'm moving along. All right.
Holy crap! You're scrolled up so far.
I know I'm
You're missing so
behind.
much.
I know because I keep talking about shit and I'm All right.
You
So
just scroll to the bottom.
no, if I scroll to the bottom, then I miss people that
I know,
are
but
probably
like,
waiting.
I know, but they probably waited so long. They probably just left.
They could have left, and I'm sorry if they did. I'm trying to get to everybody. Homestead Hunter, Rick just became a sub a few weeks ago. Love watching your shorts. Rick, thanks, man. Hey, Rick, check out some of the other shit too. The kid put some stuff up on the community channel. There's polls, there's stuff about our family, there's pictures, and his website has some really cool shit too. Just so you know, there's stuff out there.
Yeah.
Even he's got 3. Don't you have 3 videos posted on YouTube that are just music videos about our family?
Yeah,
Like
that
3
you made a while ago.
Yeah, the long time ago we did some family stuff and he posted them.
Yeah.
You guys want to see what the boring lives that go?
He's mentioning it because he said they don't have a lot of views because he made them.
That is not why I was saying
Yes,
that.
you're salty.
Okay, well then I'll wait till you leave to talk about shit. Extra fried likes are free. I know I forget to mention like and subscribe. I don't whore myself out that way, but there, if you want to hit the like button, then cool, thank you, and that helps. I'm sure the kids channel. Emmett, hello from the Netherlands, loving the content. Joe Biggs, aha, the frog. You lost me on that one, man. I don't know what that means. Matthew Nixon, Irish whiskey. Irish whiskey? What happened to some homegrown East Coast stuff, baby? Robin Casey, if you're into whiskey, try Distiller's Safe from Jameson's. It's my current favorite. I have to write that down. Rob, I got to write that down on there. I've never heard of that one before. Fat Joe said trade. I don't know what that means. Chev, hey Gen X, big ups for Gavin Newsom picking up trash and virtue signaling all the way. I know. Did you guys catch that? Gavin Newsom, not only did he go down to the trailway yards in LA, the railway yards, and was picking up trash, but he also stopped and apologized for calling people gangs. He didn't want to offend anybody. Good fucking man there. Out of your mind. Finishing Hennigan's something Scotch. Did I miss that one? Did something come up I missed about? Ringo said about the shirts. I got that one. Very Good Citizen, Redford Spy Game, got that. Millennials Children, got that one. Something popped up? Did I miss it again? Let me scroll back up and try to find it before I make somebody mad. Boom, 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 boom. Another one popped up. Bobby B, $5. What's your take on guns? I got a Taurus pistol and a Ruger revolver. I like guns. I think guns are necessary. If you come into my house, when people show up, when the cops show up at my house with an intruder, it's my version of what happened and the dead guys. Yeah, don't forget that. Bobby B, Uncle Bobby B, baby. From the Salty Army. Salty, we're man. What Killer Breeze with a C? He's called us the Salty Army. Aren't we drinking and having a good time here? Aren't we just fucking hanging out? And we're salty? I don't know, man. Doesn't feel like it. Tony Light, out of curiosity, what horrible wreck were you in to make you agree to do TikTok with your son? And Tony Light's like, what horrible wreck were you in? Or was it a dare to make TikToks? I don't make those fucking things. Those are his ambush videos. What you guys got to understand is that kid walks around with a phone in his hand, a camera, all the time. It's not like he walks into a room and everybody goes, "Oh, he's got a camera. Let's pay it. Okay, he's got a camera. He has it all the time. Everything he does with a camera. So now you're numb to it. You're used to it. I don't know. He's always filming. Out of 300 times he films, he gets maybe 2 things he can post. The rest of it's all total bullshit. But his ambush videos, all of a sudden, every now and then, he gets one that works. And then he uses it and posts it. And I don't stop him. I don't give a shit one way or the other. But as anyone in the family will tell you, it's hard to always have some witty comeback for his shit. Clay, Gen X dad, I was just correcting you about the silent generation. Oh, I'm Clay. If I was wrong about that, I know, Clay. I know there's a thing in there about it, but if there's something that I missed on that, then I didn't. But there is a silent generation. I just didn't know which one you meant. I'm sorry about that. All right. Scrolling back up, then scrolling down. Edward Haynes, I can send you a prototype and you'll pay for it. Edward, on the shoes, Edward, let me, when we get off the live stream, let's do some email stuff. Let's talk, or you can text me or something. I don't care. Well, because the kids got some thoughts on that too. I don't want to miss it out. All right, where was I? Big stuff in here. Daniel Velasquez, don't drink the Kool-Aid. I don't fucking drink the Kool-Aid, man. Make up my own mind. Jeffrey Thomas, you're right on the on the Lazy Wasteland No Fun League. When should you take away TD celebrations? I know. Jeffrey, you're talking about the rules. Jeffrey Thomas, you want to someone to get pissed about the rules in the NFL and all the celebrations and all the other shit? Go talk to my wife. She will stand up and scream at the TV. She will throw flags at the TV. She will call shit out. She is more upset and angry about NFL rules. Her biggest pet peeve is the NFL touchdown. Okay? That if you break the plane of the end zone, it's a touchdown. When they do that shit, my wife comes unfucking glued that you can just stick the ball over the line and then that's your forward progress. Well, then how come you can't do that if you catch a ball in the end zone, but your feet eventually you caught the ball inside the end zone, the ball is in the end zone, but if you don't get 2 feet down before you go out of bounds, it's not a touchdown. How come that? You broke the plane, the ball is in your possession in the plane, but if you fly out of the end zone in the back, it's not a touchdown. Well, you don't have to have 2 feet of the ball in the end zone in the front of the end zone, but you do the back. You want to get her going on some shit? You want to find yourself hiding behind a chair with just your eyes coming out? Watch an NFL game with my wife. You watch her stand up and start screaming at the screen and waiting for the result. My wife will stand up, and when they're doing a review on a play, on a call, she will stand up with her hands on her hips, looking at the TV, going, "You fuckers better make the right call here. You fuckers better get this right. You don't you get this wrong." I'm telling you, and you know what? 99% of the time, she's right. I mean, she has an eye for that shit like you'd never believe. Look, I'm saying this as a guy. I'm telling you this shit as a guy. That my chick is that way with football. I'm not wrong. All right. Sorry. Got up on a football thing. I know. Numbers dropped. Sorry about your shit. Al Michael Jr. World meets nobody halfway. You want something in life, you got to bust your ass and take it. Al Michael, I'm raising a glass to you right now with what you just said there. That's fucking right. And I'm almost at the bottom of the glass. I might be tempted to tell you the James Dean story, but let's get to I'm way back on comments. C on the whiskey myself, brother. C. Hey, Gen Z kid, what was his name is C on here. What was what movie they called that kid C with Robert De Niro?
His real name was
Cologne. What is it? Cologne Giro?
Yeah.
But what they called him C. What movie was that? This is a movie.
Oh my God.
You and I love that movie. Come on. They called him C. His name was Cologne.
No.
Robert De Niro was the dad.
I know. I don't tell me any more actors.
His dad was a
Oh
bus
my
driver.
God, I know the movie.
It was something.
A Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale.
There we go.
My man, my kid pulled that out.
Hear that.
Nice pull. Yeah. Bronx Tale. My kid pulled that out. You
Yeah.
see, my kid's got some good pulls for some movies. He really does. So see, that was where I got you from on that. Garrett, do you remember the 1998 15-1 Vikings run? They lost to the Falcons in overtime. They would have played Denver in the Super Bowl. Yeah. What a day not to be at your best, because I think you were the best team in the NFL by far. No, Garrett, I'm with you. Larry Jackson, Gentleman Jack. Larry Gentleman Jack gets me in trouble. It's so fucking smooth. Tell me I'm wrong, man. Adam, Pizzana, Pearl Jam or Nirvana? Nah, I just was not into the, honestly, Pearl Jam. I got to tell you, even though Kurt Cobain and I were the exact same age, but I'm going to tell you Pearl Jam over Nirvana. And I think Gen X mom would agree. Moral F, hey, I'm a 49er. Now, hate me. Hey, Moral, the Cowboys should have beat your ass. I have no idea how you're still in the playoffs. The Cowboys should have whooped your ass. Now, Green Bay should have beat you too. But goddamn, Green Bay special teams blows ass. But I'm gonna, hey, Moral, if you're a 49er fan, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Come on, you know that. Hold on, something popped up on the screen. We got a Young Trucker. I've got the Rams versus Bills in the Super Bowl. You're not wrong on that. You're not wrong. That's a possibility. Now, I have
Tom Brady's not looking so good.
Gen X mom says Tom Brady's not looking so good. You know why? Because she's watching the game, and I'm here with you folks. That should show some dedication. Every one of you should log into the kids' website at least and show some love in there. Just, you don't got to buy anything, but just that you were there, because I'm here for you. I could be over there with her drinking and watching the game, but I'm here with you. Young Trucker, I want to tell you what a conflict out. I love my Rams because I was born in LA. I'm a Rams fan from LA. I was born in LA. However, the Bills, I have been pulling for the Bills for 3 years. The team has just been deserving of getting to the Super Bowl. And you're going to run out. You're a Bills fan. I'm just saying that the Bills are going to run out of time this year, maybe one more. But I've been preaching it. The Bills are going to get a Lombardi trophy. I feel it. I'm just saying it's coming. So what do I feel? I feel it's a possibility, my man. All right. Going to try to catch up. Tony Boswell, detailing facts of people. You guys are talking back and forth. We're good there. Richard, what are you drinking? I'm drinking Jack Daniel's Old Number 7, my man. Lucas did a thumbs up because I took time to way a lot of time, Lucas, on your shit. Hector gave me a little GBU dad. GBU dad. I don't know what GBU is. I'm sorry. I hope it's good. It's a smiley face. Fried, Old Number 7. He knew. He answered. Fried, thanks, Fried, for stepping in there. Gus, what's Wagwan? I don't know what that is. Edward C. Hayes. Hey, brother, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the Ukraine situation. Jesus Christ. I was trying to scroll to the bottom. And then, all right. Real quick on Ukraine. And don't sit here and try to spell check and grammar check me. Can we get back to that? Can I try to get to the bottom down here before we go to that, Edward? Edward, I'm trying to remember your name, but just give me a minute, okay? Doug Smith says the Rams are handing Tom Brady and the Bucs their asses. Hey, is that true, Gen X mom?
Yes, they are.
Gee, Gen X mom's a little bit happy.
Just got sacked and just got intercepted.
Gen X mom she wears the football gear every Sunday. She does the football food every Sunday. She has a flag to fucking throw at the TV every fucking Sunday. She's a great wife. When you want a sports buddy, she's your best friend. And she said that Tom Brady got sacked and intercepted, and she's saying it with a smile, and she's wearing the Rams stuff right now. I'm telling you.
It's 20-3 Rams.
20-3 Rams.
2-minute warning.
For what? Halftime?
Uh-huh.
All right. Another one. Edward Hayes. For Gen X mom, keep up the good ref work. So much love for the St. Louis Ram fan as well. Edward, don't encourage her. Never. This is the rule for all of you. Never send her money. Never send her a sticker. Never send her a gift. Don't encourage her. Okay? Because if she comes in here and thinks that she has people, that she has fans, that she has subscribers, that she has I'm fucked. Yes, we all know you have the Instagram page. She even has her own Instagram page called Gen X Mom. Go find it. And that's all her shit on there. She just opened it. She just started it. You go bug her there. Don't tell her in here. Come on, man. We got some camaraderie in here. Camaraderie, blocked arteries. Camaraderie in here. Drinking too much. I've been drinking since 10. We have something special. Don't start telling Gen X Mom don't do that. All right, where are we at? Trying to catch up. DC, sports shouldn't be political. No shit, I'm with you. Edward Haynes, darn, missed my chat. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to, Edward. Jeffrey, here comes Brady's comeback. Don't. Jeffrey, just sit down. I know, Brady's a fourth quarter guy. We're at halftime. We'll see. Andrew Dilliner, I just started the live cast, but you made a statement about doing the right thing when I was in JROTC in high school, and at every test we had to define integrity and what it was. And it was, well, then, Andrew, then if you defined it correctly, if you passed your test, then I'm a supporter of you right now. Joseph, born in 1984, joined the Army at the age of 17. The worst thing I've seen was a guy blowing himself up 10 feet away. Joseph, there's no way to get around the words on that one, man. Don't be that guy. Whatever his problem was, if he was nervous, not paying attention, or if he did it intentionally, Joseph, keep your head on straight and keep serving. We all thank you for it. Keep your head on straight. Deal with that shit, man, please, because I don't want something bad to happen to you. Philly Joe, do you watch the Philly special? I don't even know what that is, Philly Joe. You have to go deeper on that. Oregon Gamer, I had a good solid movement this morning. We're all part of movements, man. If you had yours this morning, I don't want to hear about it. Frank Phillips, sorry, bro, just scrolling YouTube and saw your boy, and well, he about an Opie-looking little chap. Opie, I got what you're saying there. Frank, you just aged yourself, Frank. A little Opie Cunningham there. Are you Ron? You got to go. You guys are great. I didn't catch the second half, but the first half, Frank, I knew where you're at with that. Hector, you're right. I'm thankful for I'm right. MLOC1, save the whale tail. Yeah, I've never heard. I've been taking the word save the whales so that I wouldn't offend the movements we're all really talking about. I just go back to the 70s, save the whales. Everybody knows what I mean. All the movements and the bumpers. But no one ever said save the whale tail. And he ain't talking about Porsches. MLOs, I'm with you. Now we're friends right now. As of right now. Michael Rotner, at the bottom of the glass on your side, you should etch, you found the truth on the bottom. Hey, Gen X Mom, can we have Ben Shot etch something on the bottom of the glass? Because this guy, Michael Rotter, just had an idea. At the bottom of the glass, it should be etched. You just found the truth. God damn, that's a great idea. Brilliant fucking idea. Michael Rotter, if that comes to fruition, man, we got to send you some glasses on that. That was fucking brilliant. Hang on. My phone's beeping. Nothing important there. We're good right now. Okay. Mike McKee again. Take a good thing and ruin it by renting it way too much. Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm talking about. Sick of it. I remember the 6th grade give a hoot, don't pollute. Give a hoot, don't pollute. That was there was a bunch of catchphrases back then, wasn't it? Sick of it? Well, I'm with you on that. I'm right with you. Robin had a great idea. Michael, see, that's going to catch on. Base Lou 87. I'm millennial. Will you be my dad? You know what? We got to be careful that I'm actually not your dad. I got around a little bit. But yes, I would be your honorary dad if that would help you in any way at all. Just let me know. Amanda Ball, hello from Ireland. Oh, love people from Ireland. I do. The dirty knobs, jump under a desk when you see the light. You talking about when the nuclear bomb goes off? Mark Tanny Faith, only you can prevent forest fires. Clay's dropped the $2 bill. Jen Dad, I was just correcting you about the silent generation. I got you on that if I fucked up. Lucas, we did our stuff there. Holy shit. John Chapman, hello from Jerusalem. Now, John Chapman's been around. He has not been from Jerusalem before. If he's really there now, I want to know. Emerson Mitchell, hello from England. Emerson, across the pond, my friend. Justin Bennett, you're the best. My favorite YouTube channel. Appreciate that. I do. There's a lot of them out there. Hector, Commonwealth, Puerto Rico is here, Dad. Hey, dig our friends over in Puerto Rico. I really wish you guys would become a state. I know there's 2 senators in politics involved. I just wish Puerto Rico, you've been just fucking, you guys have so much stuff to offer. I wish you guys were a state. I really do. Bum, 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 bum. Ward Stanson, go Rams. Hate Brady. I used to hate Brady too. But this last 2 years, I've come around. We can spend an hour on Brady. I'm not a Brady hater anymore, just so you know. Mark Tammy Faith, Howitz as they say hello from South Africa, basically. Howitz is how they say hello from South. I didn't know that. So that was that other guy, Mark. That's it. All right, I got you. Legit Money, hello from Georgia. I'm assuming the state, not the country. 03 says Tom Brady, the big name. Hey, man, if you're hooked on Tom Brady, 03 reporting, and you got posters of Tom Brady up in your bedroom, man, you just keep that shit to yourself. East Bay Jordan, what kind of cigars do you like? I call them Isla del Sols. Now, Alley Cat, Alley Girl in Boston has corrected me. Now, she's very cute, so you have to listen to her words. And Allie says it's Isla del Sol. I say Isla del Sol because it says Isla, but Isle of Del Sol, Isla del Sol. She says Isla del Sol. Those are the cigars. They have a nice, tight wrap, smooth draw, and a vanilla flavor on the outside leaves of the wrap. It's so good. It's beautiful. But so I don't even know if you're still on here. I'm so far behind East Bay Jordan. But Del Sol cigars, right on the box, they say they are sun blessed and hand wrapped in the laps of virgins. Virgins. I hope they didn't really say, but I'm hoping that's what they meant. I didn't ask. So, Fat Pat be true. Hello, Gen X. Pat. Garrett, Terrell Davis was great for a few years. He was really good really good. Along with Sterling Sharp, but nobody remembers him. Christopher says he likes Wheaton. So do I. I'm meeting him right now. MK, my condolences. I don't know, MK, did someone die? I'm not saying they did. We were just talking about people that had a problem with that. On the screen, Tom Bradford, $9.99. And Tom didn't say a goddamn thing. Yeah. My screen turned all yellow. Tom Bradford, $9.99, and didn't say anything. Didn't want anything, didn't have a question. That's just a man after my own heart. Davey Matt, you put up a flag. Is that a hold on? Davey Mac put up a flag. Is that a Mexican flag, an Italian flag? I'm sorry, Davey. I'm fucked on that one. I should know better. It looks like a Mexican flag, so I'm Viva la Mexico. But if it's not, then I'm sorry. Hello from Northeast Pennsylvania, Matthew Wheeler. Richard, remember all the money raised for African wildlife and let the gazelles die out? And they let the gazelles out. Watch a show about elephants and a calf because no water. They drove out, couldn't take the water. I'm Richard with a really weird last name, Kajishlan. I'm lost on that, Richard. Give me something a little more clear, baby, and I'm in. But I didn't know what you meant. Jason, hello from Buffalo. Go Bills. All right. Hector, all right. Hector Alicia says right. John Chapman, you're right. See, I was right, John, about where you've been and what you're doing now. Bellip, or they always with you, or they are always with you. Don't know what you mean. Is that me, Bellip, or somebody else? Edward Haynes, Davy Mack, you're from Italy. Holly Hawk says scripture, and I know what she means. AC, great content. Agree with you 90% of the time. What's your first name? Did you just ask me to tell me? It's not that hard. If anybody who really looked around, they could figure out my first and last name. I would appreciate you not saying it. I would appreciate you not talking about it. That's not. I'd rather it not. I'd rather it not be out there. It's not hard to get. I mean, it's no big mystery. You guys could find it pretty easy. Just trying to keep it on the down low as much as we can. Shit. Joshua Hopping, me, Mame Y. Aaron says exactly. You guys talking to me or with each other? Another thing popped up on the screen. Hold on. Aunt Adam, $5 in pounds, 5 pounds. Aunt Adam. It would be funny if it was really Adam Ant. I go a lot further with the Adam Ant part of that than anyway. Robin, yeah, but when it comes from the government, it means so much less. I'm so far behind. I didn't know what we meant by that. Larry Jackson, the Netflix movie Don't Look Up, actually addresses a lot of the BS we do in our society. I just saw that, and I just learned that Leonardo DiCaprio's last line in the movie, as everything begins to happen, and I won't, no spoiler, excuse me, no spoiler on that. He did his own line. He says, when he looks over and says, "We really had it all." This is for Larry Jackson I'm talking to here because he saw it. When Leonardo DiCaprio says, "We really had it all, didn't we?" He ad-libbed that line and talked the director into keeping it. And the director says, now it's one of the best lines in the movie at the very end when everything's happening and he says, "We really had it all." That was a great line. Tony Boswell, $5. I apologize for asking this. God damn it, Tony. I don't even know what you're about to say. But it sounds like it's more than a $5 question. It sounds like it's a $50 question. All right. Tony Boswell, he starts off by saying, I apologize for asking this, but where do I purchase merchandise from? Again, didn't mean to interrupt your conversation with, that was an easy question. The kid and Gen X mom, they got stuff on his website, genxtalks.com merch or shop or something. I don't know. You go to the guy, go to my son's website. He's got a lot of cool stuff on there. A lot of stories that no one reads. There's a puzzle, an enigma puzzle that I've been doing at the bottom, which is unsolvable trickery at the bottom of the website. There's a shop on there for glasses. These fucking glasses, I don't like ever promoting merchandise because it's bullshit. And there's t-shirts and there's stuff. But there's a couple things that I would tell. If you really want to know, Tony, since you're on there, I'm going to tell you the things that I think are fucking badass on the website. These glasses that say Gen X Talks, they're etched in glass. Okay, these things are fucking cool. And there's beer ones too. There's also a Gen X certificate. Go read the certificate. It's signed. We sign your name on it and sign it. The Gen X mom does calligraphy with your name on it like a diploma, and it's a genuine Gen X certificate. And if you're already Gen X, then you're Gen X. We sign it. If you want to be Gen X because you think Gen X, you act Gen X, it's $15. And comes in a frame. It's not just rolled up in a fucking scroll. It comes in a frame, and we sign them. And I wrote it. The paragraph that's on there was mine. I thought it was fucking badass. I did it kind of as a drunken joke one time, but it's fucking cool. And it's on the site. But my favorite one is the business card. I don't know if you can read them on there, the business card.
The business card's not on there yet.
Oh, Gen X mom said the business card isn't on there.
I will put it on.
The business card is something you hand to somebody. It's black with a big red X, and you fucking hand it to somebody. And you say, here. And it says, and they read it. It says on there, I'm Gen X. That's all you need to know about me. You don't need to know anything else. Just realize that your life is in your own hands right now. Fucking give me my card back, turn around and walk the fuck away from me and shut your fucking mouth. I'm Gen X. Do you have one I can show them or read them? She says that for some reason they're not on the website. They were on the website, but if you send an email, genxdadtalks@gmail.com, email her or us on this, and she'll figure out a way to call you back and get you one. I'm not kidding. Here, she's got me one right here. I wrote these things. They are fucking badass. Let me just read it to you real quick. The real version on this, if I can read it. It says you hand it. Check this out. You hand this to someone, and they have to give it back. This is what someone reads when you hand it to them. And I'll try to tilt it where you guys can see the X on there. Okay, it says Generation X. All right, and it also says Member for Life, which is badass. You don't need to know my name. By handing you this card, you have all the information you need to know about me. Return this card, shut your mouth, and walk away. It's for your own safety. That's what this card fucking says. I love handing this card out. When someone says, well, who are you? And I hand them this. I don't give them my driver's license. I give them this and go, shut the fuck up and walk away. I'm Gen X. This is fucking cool. And we got a bunch of them. She was giving them away for a while. There was some promotion she was doing. Anyway, she's going to put it on the website. She's actually behind me right now, taking a picture of it again. It'll go up on the website. I personally think it's fucking cool. I mean, I don't know if she's going to charge $1 for it plus shipping. I don't know. I mean, business cards do cost us some things to get, but she's not like she's charging $10 a card for it. I'm just telling you that it's fucking badass when you can carry one of those cards and someone starts running their mouth and you can hand it to them. And sometimes they get a little pissy about it. But it's, for me, that and the Gen X certificate are my two favorite things on there. I really, really, really like them. Oh, hold on. Since no one's here and going to help me, I'm going to help myself. So hang on a second. I'm not done yet. We never even got to the James Dean story. I don't even know how many of you are still here from before that even know what we're talking about. I'm still trying to talk myself into telling you the James Dean story. Okay, so Tony.
Probably not today because it's afternoon.
Yeah, Tony. Just so you know, the GenXTalks.com, and then there's a button around there for a shop or something you can find. I'm sure. Okay, where is I going? I'm almost caught up, believe it or not. Larry Jackson says facts. Bilep says yes. John Chapman, amen, brother. You're right. Thank you. Terry M, what do you think about the 216 Ford Fusion? The newer Fords blow ass, in my opinion. There's only a few of them that I like. Try not to miss anybody. Mark Tammy Faith, you're so right. Thank you. Mark Tammy Faith's been around a long time talking on lives. Gen X Midwest, just give food. Now, see, I professed falling in love with Gen X, JENX, with her picture, and she says, Mr. Westerner, just give food. Just give food. Oh, I'm sorry, Gen X. You just give the lifeblood of the entire country and keep everybody fed so they can bitch and complain about life. Wow. Yeah, you're not only the rock, the cornerstone that started everything, you're the ones and zeros that build all the programming on top of it. Mikey Mac, spot on, well put, amen. Thank you. Joshua Hopping, amen. Thank you. Just truly pray. Actions speak louder than words, and people in general in life. How many times have we all heard, I'm sorry, to watch the same thing that happened time and time again? Joshua, I'm with you. Michael Rodder, keep reading. Okay? I'll keep reading, baby. Randy Mallory, where are you originally from? I'm from the San Fernando Valley. Randy, I am from the San Fernando Valley. Gen X mom and I were born and raised in the San Fernando Valley. We were born in the 60s and spent the 70s and 80s in the San Fernando Valley, just over the hill into LA and Hollywood and Santa Monica, all the beaches. That's where we grew up. Russell Straden says, speak. Well, since Russell said speak, then I'm not going to stop, which I probably should. I'm probably overdue. Guy's name is Why Recording is Necessary. Glad to see you recovered well. My first day where I can make it a whole fucking day and I feel good. Why Recording is Necessary. Thank you for noticing. Michigan Jackrabbit, freaking facts, Gen X Dad. Michigan Jackrabbit, I'm with you. Hector, you keep it true blue, baby. I know what you mean, and I'm with you so far. So far. Absolutely, Hector. Little Dezo, love the truth. That's all you're going to get. You're going to get my opinion. The truth in my opinion. The truth the way I see it. I'm not trying to lie. Okay, Gen X mom just told me, I was going to say something else, told me from across the screen, you can't see, she's over there, that it is up on the website. The business card is now up on the website if you want it. I got a ton of them because we bought a bunch of them a long time ago and then just started giving them to people and I forgot about them. But if you guys want one, they're there. And that is one of the few things that I really like about the merch site. She says it's up, it's available, it's ready to go. So go to the genxtalks.com shop thing and go find them. All right, Raving Dad Gaming. Wish I had been notified earlier of your live stream. Like your honesty. I don't know how to tell everybody that we're. I don't know. Is there a way to tell you guys we're doing something in advance? EVE, speak your mind. It's true. It may not be what people want to hear, but it's true. EVE, there's a lot of people. We get a lot of hate mail. I get a lot of hate mail. I want you to know. We do. Joseph was born in 1984. When I was 17, joined the Army. We did that one. I think we got that. A motion sickness. Oh, wait, maybe we didn't. Every time my buddies got high off motion sickness pills. Military is not fun. Don't do it. All right. I'm with you. Larry Jackson talking to Jamie about something. I'll let you guys talk. Fried. My man Fried. My ex-wife left me while I was in Iraq for my best friend. I have no idea how I made it home, sitting alone a lot in my room with a weapon and it means to, well, something kept me alive. Fried. I had no fucking clue about that, my friend. Fried, where are you at now? How long has that been? Okay, God damn it, Fried, I want you to send me an email. genxdad@genxtalks.com. You send me a personal email right fucking now, Fried. And I mean now. I just need to know something. And you and I may need to be on the phone together. And don't think I won't do it. There's quite a few people I have given my personal phone number to and called or texted and spent time talking to personally. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not fucking Will Smith. I'm not Robert De Niro. I'm just a regular fucking American guy living a regular fucking American life. And situations that require some talking, even from a stranger, then you tell me and this goes for all of you. If there's something you need to say, you email me directly. Fuck it. I'm not doing nothing right now. I got nothing. Come on, man. There's nothing more. If we're not here to help each other out, what the fuck, man? genxdad@genxtalks.com. You do that. Federalist. Hey, Federalist SE, what's going on today, Gen X Dad? Good day to you. Federalist SE dropped a $5 bill with a note. Hey, how's your wife? Please tell me that her leg and her surgery and her things are going, that you guys have found a normal routine. Federalist, tell me you got a routine, my man. Tell me things are going good. DJ, that suspiciously looks like DJ from Fist to Five, but I can't tell by the picture. DJ, what's your opinion on socialism? Real simple. Socialism doesn't work. I know you guys have got examples of, well, in Norway and Finland and in Denmark, and it's a touch of socialism filled with it's a touch of socialism filled with a backstory, and socialism does not work. There is not one example of socialism that works. Oh, I know. You guys tell me about socialized medicine in Canada, and then I talk in here to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that are living on the ground that go, it sucks. And then you tell me, well, in Finland and in Norway and in Denmark, and you tell me all these things. Then I actually talk to people that live there, and all your fucking talking points are wrong. Now, DJ, I don't know if you're for or against it, but I'm telling you, it doesn't fucking work. Communism and socialism have always been a dirty word in America. We like the direction we're going. Please don't bring that shit here. There's other countries that have socialism. If you guys all like it, go there. Don't fucking take our country and change it when if you like America and you like the republic we live in, live here. If you like socialism, live there. If you like communism, live there. No one asked you to change it here. Why are we not allowed to be different? Why do you have to change it? Yeah, that's right. Tony Light says the crazy part is he's right. Tony, in all capital letters, thank you for yelling that out, because I think sometimes it's just you and me, Tony Light. I'm going to drink to Tony Light because he says the crazy part is he's right. So if the only part of me that's right is crazy, then here's the fucking crazy. Not out of breath yet. Still going. Hey, we haven't lost a ton of people yet. I know that a lot of people think I'm full of shit. Well, fuck it. Mikey P78, $13.37. What's an what's an odd thing? All right, big yellow screen. Hold on. Mikey P. It's 1992. I want to gift you a copy of My Cousin Vinny. The tab is missing on the VHS. How do I dub it? You think electrical tape will work? Also, my cassette tape needs to be rewound. Hey, he's just fucking with me. Yeah, no, electrical tape doesn't work as well. Just use Scotch tape, and then you can duplicate the tape. You know what you're asking me. You're asking me the same question because it's Gen X. That Mikey P like a fucking hardcore Gen X question right there, off the cup. And what do I need to be rewound? Well, you know you can't do it with fucking a pencil on a VHS tape because they got the gear in there that stops you from doing that. Um, I dig the fucking that Mikey P just took time to write that fucking cryptic thing right there. My man, good job. Okay, so something popped up on my screen not related to this, just so you know. And you guys realize by now I do not whore myself out. Do I ever say hit the like button? Do I ever say hit subscribe? I don't do that kind of shit ever. In fact, I forget to mention shit, and someone always goes, "You didn't tell him to like. You didn't tell him to go to the website." Okay, I keep forgetting all that shit. I'm sorry. There's another one that just popped up. Someone just did a message that was outside. It was part of an email that came up. Gen X Talks at Gen X Talks. That is where you Venmo, you PayPal, you Cash App, or whatever. If you guys want to support whiskey for me, if you guys want to support the kids' projects that he does in school that do cost money, and he tries really hard on that stuff with he's part of FFA, Future Farmers of America. He works really hard when it's weather's good, he will wash cars and mow lawns and do stuff. If you guys send him stuff, that goes towards the projects that he's trying to complete and he's trying to do, the things that he's working for. So it just came up, so I'll mention it. I don't bring it up normally. At Gen X Talks, the Venmo, the Cash App, the PayPal. There's probably something else, I don't know. That you guys send him stuff there. You guys, that's a big thing for him. Just so you know, it supports what he's doing as a kid. Doesn't go to me unless you say this is part of the whiskey fund. And then it goes towards this guy for whiskey. And the next one we do, I'm going to open up the green label that I got. Yeah. All right. Pat Schroeder, I love your tangents. Don't be sorry. Yeah, but Pat, people get mad when I go off on a tangent and I start talking. I'm trying to get through all the comments. I'm not one of those fucking guys who sits there on the phone and says, "Oh yeah, I'm on a live stream. I'm having toast for breakfast. I'm gonna wear my red shoes today. Oh, hi from Chicago," and that fucking bullshit. I can't stand watching that shit. You guys want to know what I like doing? Did you see the show earlier today? I like doing that stuff, man. I dig this that we're talking. Just it's like we're at a bar, or it's like we're at a camp sitting around a fire pit, man. Come to one of my barbecues where there's 12 chairs around a big fire pit way out back, and we just got whiskeys and beers, and we're just fucking telling lies and shooting the shit. Some of the best times in my life have been sitting out there at that fire pit with friends and strangers that I just met, just fucking around. And don't think for a second, that it's a Republican Democrat thing. I've got Democrat friends, liberal friends that we sit and argue about shit out there all the time. And we're drinking and having a good time. Nobody punches each other and ends up in the fire pit. We're just talking, because in the end, even though they have become perfect at dividing us, in my backyard, we're just all friends. We're hanging out. I would say Americans, but you could be from South Africa. You could be from Denmark. I don't give a shit. We're just fucking talking, man. We're just talking stuff out as people. And I dig that shit. I can't get enough of that. I am working from February till May to get my backyard ready to just hang out and fuck around and have some burgers and dogs and steaks and drink. I don't care if you disagree or agree. Why can't we all just hang out? I'm not in that because right now, you know how it is. If you say the word Trump, people hate you. If you say the word Biden, people hate you. Why? Why? Because you have a thought, a belief. You're on a current path of something. Why? And now that defines you as a person. Now you're not likable. Really? Why does that matter? That's like the last thing we are as people. Now, hear what I'm saying. That's the last thing we are as people. You know what your family believes, what your family values are, what your personal beliefs are, what your personal values are. The last thing you are is a Republican or a Democrat. The last thing you are is who you voted for. But they don't want that. They love the division. And right now there's a division. And there are people that, oh, you watch Fox News. Nope. Can't talk to you, can't listen to you. You watch Fox News. Same thing. Oh, you follow CNN? Can't talk to you, can't listen to you, can't do it. Come on, man. Come on. You fucking out of your mind? How did that happen? What happened to years ago when we had differences, but we were all still people? And I will tell you that if you're in my backyard, I don't care if you're the most opposite of me person there is in your beliefs. If someone comes into my backyard to attack you or shoot you or do something to you, I would stand in front of you. I would not let it happen because you're a person first. You're my guest first. I don't give a shit about your beliefs. No harm would come to you. Yeah, I would stand up and I lose people with that shit. Huh? You'd stand in front of a liberal socialist and stop a bullet. Yeah, yeah. Because you can't punish someone or attack someone, and you can't kill someone or maim someone or do some shit on their political beliefs. You can't do that. That's not right. But I'm in the minority. I'm in the minority. Nope. How many of you would actually stand up and defend someone's rights to speaking words you hate? Yeah. Sorry about that. Got off on a tangent. Pat's going to say, good tangent. 99 other people are going to go, fuck your tangent. I'm quitting. I'm out of here. Shit. All right. Well, here we go. Piece by piece. You are correct, Dad. Don't apologize. I'm sorry, piece by piece. I feel like I'm apologizing as I go. Glad COVID didn't mess with you too bad. Hey, Mortis, it did, but I'm still here. Thank. Extra Texas, please. Mrs. Extras Texas and I make custom rugs, and we'd love to make you one. Any request?
Send us an email.
Ah, shit. Extra Texas. My wife just heard me say that out loud. Send an email to genxmom@genxtalks.com. Extra Texas, if you're still listening, I probably got to you too late. Send an email to genxmom@genxtalks.com. She would gladly pay you for a custom rug. She's the decorator around here. Just send. God damn, I shouldn't have read that out loud. Gen X, there's my girl. He was smart enough to make you YouTube famous. Yeah, I don't think I'm YouTube famous. I think the channel is, and I think the kid is. The kid's the brains behind it for sure. Edward Haynes, I can buy a prototype of a shoe and send it to you. We covered that a little bit, Edward, but let's talk about that. Let's talk about it first. Jim Jones, still here. You Jim Jones, you terrible massacre. I'm sorry, that's what comes to mind, man. When you're a Gen Xer and someone says Jim Jones, how many of us have that stigmatism? I'm sorry. Oh, Mark Tammy Faith, the rats are why we're here. Hey, then tell everybody else, because the numbers are gonna fucking drop off the charts when I'm fucking running on one of my rants. And I haven't even got to the James Dean prayer yet. I gotta get there. You guys, if you really want to hear it, I do have a connection with James Dean. It's weird, I'm telling you. As Fried would say, the truth is at the bottom of the glass, and I'm getting there. I am almost to the truth. You guys see that? Don't forget you can buy these glasses. There's still a bunch. There's still a bunch in boxes over there. Go to the kids' website. Look at that. I know it's messy because I got my fingerprints all over it, but that's badass. They're not going to be forever. One day, I will die of a heart attack. This will all end, and you guys will have glasses for those of you that bought them. All right, screen popped up all pink. Hold on. Daniel Williams. Daniel Williams dropped a half a C note here. I am Gen X 1994, whatever generation that is. This is for the whiskey. I'm going to tell you two things, Daniel Williams. Number one, that money is going to go to buy me some old number 7 or some Gentleman Jack. Daniel, your money will be well spent, my friend. Daniel Williams, you are 1994. You are a millennial. Apologies, Daniel. You're a millennial. Now, with that being said, Daniel Williams, 1994. If your mindset is Gen X, if your mindset is say what you mean and mean what you say, if your mindset is you follow the fucking rules and fit in and do your job and mean what you say and say what you mean, if that's your, then you know what? Then there's a line in the sand between millennials and Gen X. And Daniel, I'm telling you, walk over that fucking line and stand here with the rest of us. It doesn't matter when you were born. Being Gen X, yes, that's a generational thing, and you get your card, you can put it in your wallet and carry Gen X, and that's a years 1964 to 1979. Although I include 1980, and so there's that. But I'm telling you, if there's a line drawn in the sand between millennials and Gen X, Daniel, you walk your ass across it and stand here with the rest of us. We will stand behind you on that shit. Don't fucking think we won't. Don't you fucking think we won't for 1 second. We will. That's important, Daniel. It doesn't matter where you're at in that. If that's your mindset, then you fucking walk over there, because unlike everybody else who's got divisions between blacks and whites and Republicans and Democrats and up and down and left and right, yin and yang, I'm telling you right now that I will. I don't care if it's just the two of us. Then fucking stand there, Daniel. Walk over there, shake hands with me, turn around, and I will face the rest of it with you. Fuck them. I'm there. And anybody who wants to do that, I'm there with you. But Daniel, you're talking about it 1994. You're a millennial, but it all depends on how you think. You can be an old soul. Do you know the term old soul was meant for people that were born here, but they feel like here? They were born here, but they relate to over here. How many of you are an old soul? You know when you don't belong in your. I'm Gen X, and I don't even feel like I'm Gen X. I feel like I'm the greatest generation, and I'm not. I know I'm not. I'm not a boomer. I'm a Gen X, but I feel like the greatest generation. Oh, the kinship of that era is strong inside of me. So don't tell me you can't walk across it. Daniel, fucking with you, man. Walk across that line in the sand, stand there. And I'll stand there with you. Fuck everybody else. I'm there. Another thing came up. Viola, $5 bill. Gen, it's a beautiful little thing right there, Viola, with your flower thing. I dig that. Gen X is a state of mind. She's right. I'm assuming it's a girl because I assume shit. Viola, that Gen X is a state of mind, and your name reminds me of the Greatest Generation. There was a lot of Violas in the Greatest Generation. If that's your name, I don't, or it's voila, and you mean something else. But if it's a name, I would just want you to know that it reminds me of the Greatest Generation. And I'm almost done catching up. Hector, do you always cuss? Wow, Hector Alicia, do you always cuss? No. I sleep at night. I don't think I cuss when I'm asleep, Hector. So there's probably 8 hours I don't cuss. If that fits with you, then we're good, right? Enrico Palazzo, relax, Pops. We hear you. All right, man. John Chapman, love you guys. John Chapman, been around a long time, a lot of lives. Thank you. Tony Boswell, facts. Do it instead of just say something. Do it instead of just Yeah, actions speak, Tony. Actions before words, man. Ali, you still got the Hercules saw. Oh shit! I knew I was gonna call down that sooner or later. Uh, Ali says, "Do you still got the Hercules saw?" I hope most of you have not seen that video because I actually watched it and I was fucking mad. You want to know the truth, Ali? I have the Hercules saw, and yes, it still works pretty good. And Gen Z kid laughs at me every time we use it. He goes, never mind. He laughs. Michael Street, I'm loving this. A Bradyless Super Bowl is a win in my book. I'm with you, Michael. That's good. Uncle Abe, still here, bud. Born in '83. What does that make me? 39 this year. Uncle Abe, you are technically a millennial, but you heard what I told Daniel. Walk across that line. Elund, I'm here, brother. I'm in the very beginning of Gen Y, but you hold many Gen X, hold many Gen X ideals. So I love your channel. Hey, Lund, walk across the line, man. Walk across the line. We're welcome to, or don't stand there and make millennials have a new make us all think differently about the stigmatism of millennials if you want to. If not, walk across the line. We're here. Russell, I'm here chilling at work, laughing my ass off. I got time, relax. Why is everyone telling me to relax? Did I fucking do something? Did I fucking go off the reservation? Why is everyone telling me to relax? What the fuck did I do? I don't know. Try to figure it out. Michael Rotter. No, damn it, I'm still here waiting for you to read my post. What? Michael, I read your post. Did I not? Did I? Michael, come on, man. Yours was important. Did I miss something there? If I did, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. AQZada, just recently subscribed, like the channel. Cheers from Texas. Hey, AQ said, cheers from Texas. How could I not drink? When someone says cheers from Texas, we all have to drink. Am I the only one drinking right now? Because I feel like it. Yes, this is a chaser. Yes, it's my training wheels. Get over it. Aunt Adam, let's hope the kid ends up being a chip off the old block. It wouldn't be a bad thing. Adam, there's going to come a time when my heart attack's going to get me. And you guys are going to be staring at Gen Z kid. And we'll see if he's a chip off the old block or not. David Faulkner, I don't even know what he said, but his name came up, and that brings up some bad memories. David Faulkner, I think the general is ignoring me. Does the UK have to nuke America again like we did in 1961 and again in 62? Love you guys. Yeah, you guys nuked us with the British invasion. David Faulkner, just so you know, there are 4 people that have caught you on Enigma. Enigma is a series of puzzles that only super intellectuals can solve. They're at the bottom of the kids' webpage, genxtalks.com. David Faulkner is the first. He self-proclaimed himself the winner, which I thought was funny. But there's 4 people that have caught you now, just so you know. So now Enigma 4 has to come out because there's people that have caught up, Faulkner. Just so you know, just that's where we're at, baby. Kitchen Bob's, born 11/2/1967. Kitchen Bob's, you're an old man because you're older than me by like a month. Kitchen Bob, what the fuck you doing listening to an old guy like me when you're an old guy like you? You seriously have, Kitchen Bob, you've seen the same shit I've seen. You lived through the same shit. We've both been around half a century plus some. Kitchen Bob, all he do is put up his born date, and he's fucking right there. That dude is drinking right now, looking at me, going, shaking his head, going, "Shut the fuck up." Kitchen Bob, I'm with you, baby. All right. Mark, Tammy Faith, if they leave, they aren't 2 extras. Oh. Now that's the truth. If you sign off when we're in the middle of talking and drinking and having a good time, I guarantee you're not an extra. You know why? Because the extras can multitask. The extras can do other shit together. The extras can watch a football game, be part of a bullshit live stream like this. Yeah, every one of you can. Every one of you. Marcus Feliciano is the fish flop guy still on the payroll. Fuck, I can't even believe you brought up that video. Marcus, that video, Fish Flops 1 and 2, which now I understand what the kid did with that, they don't get a lot of views. So for you to bring that up on the shorts, Feliciano, that wasn't cool. Don't. No, he's not on the payroll. He fucking got kicked out that day. Don't start that shit. That's Marcus just starting some shit from way back when. All right.
Lots of people buying business cards.
Good.
Thank you.
Hey, for everybody, Gen X Mom just strolled through in all of her splendor and glory. She says people are buying the business cards, going after them till they're all gone, and the glasses till they're gone. Thank you, guys. That the few dollars, and don't think that anybody makes any serious money on that. They don't. There's not one creator anywhere that goes, "Oh, I make so much money on merchandise." No, you don't. We all do it because it's fun to do, and they're bitching little shit. But it's only a few dollars. But the fact that you guys bought that, then we all share something in common. We all have a common thing to hold on to that was from this, because this is going to end. You know it's going to end one day. And how many of you are going to still have something, a bumper sticker, a glass, a business card from this, once this is gone, and you're telling the stories going, hey, I remember this guy from this thing and this deal, and you got something. That's the part I dig, is that we all have something in common we can all share. We can all raise the same glass together or reach in our wallets and pull out the same business card. That's fucking cool. All right? It is. Duke Gonzalez, where's your son? He's probably upstairs playing video games. Keith Covey, 1968. Same as Gen X Mom. Faber J got a thing blocked from YouTube. 1971, bitches. You're a young kid. All right, hold on. Something yellow popped up on the screen. Mikey P again, $13.37. How the fuck do you come up with these weird fucking numbers? Rocky 3 versus Rocky 4. Which is better? Okay, I'm not reading the rest of your statement. I just read that. Now, it popped up big, so I'm going to give you something. I'll give you a little moment here. Mikey P, 1978. Rocky 3 or Rocky 4? Rocky 3. Any of you that go in the comment section and you fucking write down Rocky 4, I need you to shut off your computer and walk outside. Sit on the curb and you think about what you're saying. Also, what is the best in life according to Conan? I don't know that one. Plus, what is the answer to life according to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? 42? Are we cool? Are we good now, Mikey? Did I approve my Gen X card? Are we good? There's a little caveat there. Did you catch that? All right. Mikey, what the fuck, man? Schwartz, Twid shit, Schwartz, $4.99. With you 100%. Political parties have turned into a gang mentality. They want extreme left and right. Our common ground is what they fear. And Schwartz, common ground of us all sitting around and talking and arguing and yelling and then still being friends afterward, because we're still humans. We're still Americans after. For those of you in America arguing about American shit, yeah, they don't like that. They don't want that. That's the ultimate throw us all in jail. That's the biggest crime, is that we get along during debate, Schwartz. I'm with you. You're right on that. All right, another one popped up. Chase with the $5. Evening, General. Chase, fall in line with the rest of the extras. You have arrived. You have arrived, my friend. I am almost caught up. Calvin said, hello. The screen jumped. Hold on. Sorry. I'm sorry. The screen jumped on you guys again. Fuck. I was so close to being at the bottom there. Go Rams. Mike McNally. Love this guy and his kid. Good guy, too. Want to see them blow up. Keep kicking ass pops. We're trying to, man. Mike McNally, giving it a best effort. Don't know where it's going to end up. Fishman, want to go where the general knows. We want to go where the general knows our name. That's kind of like a spin on a Cheers reference. But I'm telling you, I'm very familiar with all you guys' names when they pop up. I know who's been around. I really do. Daniel Williams, you hit the nail right on the head. I need to cross that line in the sand. I'm an introvert and not saying anything with my mindset was a waste. Really appreciate it. Daniel, welcome to the Legion of X. My word said, E. London, you're related to Otto and London. You guys are talking back and forth. Let you guys go. Nick Bush, I bet she ain't as pretty as you say she is. Prove it. Oh, I see, Nick. So now you do. Nick Bush just did that childish. Oh, I bet she's not. You show me, prove it. It's a playground shit. Now see, Nick's on the playground right now, calling me out, and he wants my wife Gen X to come here and tell how pretty she is. And I don't. To tell you how pretty she is, and to tell you how wonderful the mindset is, I can't make her do shit. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Now, but let's just back up a second, Nick. Let's think about something for a second. Nick, you can see me, right? Nick Bush, you can see me, right? Right now, you can take a look at who I am. Now, do you think a guy that looks like me and of this stature wouldn't have a hot chick? Really? Come on, man. I can lie as good as the rest of them. Oh, yeah. And then everyone always asks me, how did you get the people that have gone to the website? You can go to the website and you can look, genxtalks.com. There's pictures of Gen X mom there. You see what she looks like when she was younger, pictures of her now. You can see them. And everyone says the same thing. How did you get her to marry you? Oh, it's simple. I promised Gen X mom things she would never have. I promised her places she would never go. Yes, I lied, just like all the rest of us men that went after women that were way above our pay grade, way out of our class, way out of our league. That's how I did it. And I got her. So cheers to me. You want to see pictures of her? Go look it up. You're not gonna weasel me into doing it here. Nice try. But if you're gonna talk about playground rules, I win. Gen X invented playground rules. Don't think we didn't. Merry-go-rounds and slides that were so hot they gave you blisters. Every one of us. But nice try, Nick Bush. Tom Schneider, appreciate hearing the realistic views without the political BS. The bond with your family is special. Keep up the great work. Tom, my man, thank you for that. I'm with you. Bruce Wayne, do you think Mazda will make a new RX-7? No. Well, the Bruce Wayne, the rotary engine has a problem with emissions because you have to inject oil into the rotor blades to keep them lubed up. It's not like a piston engine. And I actually have an amazingly cool story about me working as the lead RX technician in Las Vegas when Japan sent a crew over to try to make the RX-8 workable and viable. And I was the lead technician for America on that project. And I might be persuaded to tell that story again, Bruce Wayne. Walter, I know, 1337, right? Salty Ragu. Goonies never say die. Salty Ragu, I'm with you. Covered that Elon, not a clue. Moved out when I was so young, I don't know why. Lund side besides my dad. Elon, you lost me on that one. Joseph Martinez, I'm an old soul, born in 95, raised Gen X music and TV and traditions. I was fortunate enough I was probably the last of them to scrape my elbows and knees in sports in the street. Joseph, cross that line. Walk over that line in the sand, man. You belong here. I promise you. Wet Blanket said, nice sale. Yeah, thank you. Did you notice how I weaved all that in with humility? That's good. I'm Gen X, and all I need is a memory. Fat Joe, you got one, man. And we did chase with the Evening Gentle. I'm almost caught up. Gen X bumper stickers, Randy. Randy, I think they're on the site, man. I think they are. My word, I didn't get to know my dad until my 18th birthday. Was it good or bad, man? I mean, you can make up for lost time. My word, I'm telling you. JC Goad, Rocky 5. All you said was Rocky 5. JC just said Rocky 5. Okay, JC, I'm going to tell you that I love you, man. JC, I'm going to tell you this. I want you said Rocky 5. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to turn off your computer. I need you to walk outside. I need you to punch yourself in the face so many times that you go unconscious. Don't worry. Tomorrow morning, the sprinklers will wake you up. And I want you to think about what you said. Rocky 5. What? JC. Come on, man. Duke Gonzalez, you guys are great. Keep it up. Keep it going. Thank you, Duke. Keith Covey. Keith Covey has it says it's hidden for review. Keith Covey said, go punch yourself in the face. He was already there. He was 10 minutes ahead of me. Death before dishonor, Patriot. Excellent. Mr. Martinez, that was for crosstalk there. I'm leaving that alone. You guys talk. Mark Tammy Faith, Rocky 4 was a jump in the shark moment for Rocky. Mark Tammy Faith says Rocky 4 was jumping the shark moment for Rocky. Number one, he's right. I'm assuming it's the Mark, not the Tammy. But number two, nobody knows Mark. Nobody but you and I knows what jumping the shark means. That's just something between you and me. Nobody remembers what jumping the shark means when your shit starts to turn a corner. But I'm with you because I do know. Leather jacket and boots. I do know, Mark. I'm with you. Don't tell anybody. Let's see what they say. Sunil Matwane. Am I saying that right? I'm fucking that up. I'm sorry. Matwane. Name the town Red goes to find the package from Andy. Name the town Red goes to find. Oh, Sunil Matwane is calling out my Gen X. All he said was name the town Red goes to find the package from Andy. Buxom? Was that right? Is a town outside of Buxom? It's a oak tree that don't belong there. Along a stone wall with a piece of lava glass or black glass that don't belong there. Buxom, am I right? Come on, Matawani, you better respond if I got that right, man, my man. That's a great Gen X question. Did I get it right? Name the town Red goes to find the package. Really wasn't a package. It was a tin thing buried under the volcanic piece of rock. Buxom comes to mind. God, if I didn't get that right. I want to get that one right. Let's get it right. Federalist SE, $10. Your drinking glass is back ordered. Can we still get one? Got the lady a wine glass. My wife wasn't hurt. It was another guy that had been wife messed up. Good. But you remembered his wife? Yeah. Gen X Mom, the Federalist, one of the original extras, is asking about the glasses. Are we good?
They're on order.
They're coming. Anything that's back ordered is on its way already. She's already bought them. They're on their way, and they'll go out to you guys as soon as they get here. Just the wine glasses, the stemless wine glasses, which are great. Women seem to love those. The lowball glasses that I drink out of, there's some of those too. So Federalists, that's the thing. And of course I'm going to remember Federalists, man. You and I talk on a personal level, man. I'm keeping mind on what's going on with your chick. That's a thing. Sunelli, Buxton, but I'll give it to you. And what I said Buxom. It was Buxton. Hey, Matawani, thanks, man. Thank you for giving me that. I was close, right? You caught me off guard. You guys ask me Gen X questions like that for music and movies and stuff. I'm not Googling that shit. You guys see me doing my shit. I'm not Googling it. It's either I got it in my head or I don't. Sunelli, keep those coming, man. I'm with you on those. Love that shit. I do. I really do. Let me scroll back up here. What I miss? I'm almost done. SV says the Fonz jumped the shark. He knew. Big Homer says, Happy Days Gonzo jumping the shark. You guys knew. Liberty 70 says this money. Some of you guys knew. Some of you guys knew what that is. That's something in Hollywood. That is a major term in Hollywood today. And even some of the people that use that term don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But you guys got it. You guys did. You look like Bobby from Sons of Anarchy. Dick's Treffler. Can't you have a name like Roger? Dick's Treffler 1014. Get an easier name. I'm terrible. I fuck up those names all the time. Okay, so you look like Bobby from Sons of Anarchy. My daughter, one of my daughters, got me. She really wanted me to watch Sons of Anarchy. Some of you have heard this story, so I did. I watched like the first. I don't know how many seasons there are, but I watched probably the first 5, 6, 7 episodes, and I turned it off. Not, not that Sons of Anarchy wasn't a good show. Sons of Anarchy hit real close to home for me in a lot of ways. That had to do with my dad and the chapter that he ran with, and it hit a little too close to home. I didn't want to watch it, and I remember my wife explaining to my daughter why I didn't want to watch it, and she got into some details as to why. So, thank you for that. If you think I look like Bobby from Sons of Anarchy, but I didn't finish watching the program past 5, 6, 7 episodes, whatever it was, it just it hit a little too close to home, so we moved on, and I haven't spoken about anything further in here of that ever. Devin, not to fanboy, but you have a very familiar voice. Pretty sure your voice and confidence helped you land that babe. Yeah, you know what, Devin, you are the first person in almost a year of live streams that ever talked about my voice. And I think I sound when we all play our voices back on tape, don't we sound fucking different and nerdy and shit? Yeah, and I do too. I sound horrible. But you're right. One of the things that got me Gen X mom years ago, she used to say, "Oh, I love your voice. I love your voice." There was a long time when other women in my harem, my online harem, and there's like 6 or 7 women that are part of my harem. It's a joke and a long story, and they're here and they say stuff sometimes, but they all had one thing in common, that they for some reason loved my voice. And I don't really have a radio voice. I know that. But when you listen to the podcast, it changes a little bit. And when you listen on the phone, it changes a little bit. And yeah, that was one of the things that when I was really trying to woo Gen X mom, was she said, "Oh, your voice, your voice, your voice." So of course you turn it up. You're like, "Oh, yeah." All of a sudden I became Wolfman Jack. And I know nobody knows who Wolfman Jack is, but I would turn on the Wolfman Jack and you know pull the speakers closer, baby. I'm talking, and you can get that persona. Yeah, you're right. Devin, um you that's no one's ever brought that up. Devin DeVroe is the first one to bring that up, but that was a gig, man. That really was a good. Hector Garcia, first Rocky was the best. It was filmed in British Columbia. I didn't know that. Yo from Cleveland, hey Hill, hey Cleveland, you actually you got some stuff going on, baby. Derek, do you like Bird Dog whiskey? Derek Spivak. I don't know what that is. Bird Dog whiskey. Has any of the rest of you heard about Bird Dog whiskey? Bum, 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 bum. We're down to the Fonzie, the Rambo or Commando? Rambo. Jeff, Rambo. That's it. Big corner, happy days, jumping the shark. He knew. SV, the Fonz jumped the shark. He knew. Rebecca Blackford, Mayberry RFD. Yeah. Then now, okay, you got to be a little older than me. You have to be just a little bit. Mayberry RFD. That was little Opie Taylor, wasn't it? Andy Griffith, the Andy Griffith Show. Rebecca, just are you testing me to know what I know? I know that shit. Come on now, bring it, Rebecca. Come on now, ask me. I'm ready. Something popped up on the screen. Hold on. Sunel's back. Matawani, mean principal in Back to the Future name. Oh God, this guy, or it's a girl or a guy, Sunel Matawani, he's coming at me. You guys don't see many people come at me, but this dude's coming at me. Mean principal in Back to the Future. Okay. I don't know that was he the principal or was he just a dean? The bald headed guy who was in all the movies. It was God, you're gonna get me sooner or later. Matawani, you're going to get me. But right now, hold on. Mean Principal and Back to the Future. You know what's funny is you fuckers are going to start typing it before I say it. I can't scroll down to see it. So just leave me alone. You guys are going to get it before me. Strickland. Strickland. Wasn't it? Strickland. I can't think of his name. Strickland. His name was something Strickland. I can't think of it right now. I think it was Strickland. Was that it? Okay, something weird just happened here. I'm looking over here and it shows one person online. So I'm not sure if YouTube banned me or if YouTube sanctioned me, or it says one on my screen, it says one person watching. I don't know who the one person is, but thanks for still being here. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm down to one person. All right. So Matawani, did I get it, man? Was it Strickland? I don't remember his first name. Was that the guy we're looking for? You're gonna get me eventually, and then I'm gonna have to send you something. You trip me up on something I should know, and you guys trip me up on something I should know. I will make sure that I send you some merch, something. I will. Now, if it's something dumb that I shouldn't know, I'll tell you that too. I will say I shouldn't know that, and nobody cares. But if you guys say it, then I'm in. All right. I'm the one online. Fat Joe, is it just you and me? I'm here. You're still on chat. Savage Wolf. Big Dog is on the top of the bottom shelf. See, Christopher says 238 people still here. I'm just telling you on my screen, it's up, but it goes to one person and just sits there. I think I'm being warned. I probably talked politically out of my zone, but I'm there. Just so you know. Okay. Listen, I finally caught up. I finally caught up. So listen, I'm going to talk to you here, and we got 240 people. Now I want you to listen. I'm going to take a drink. If you keep talking here, you're going to have to wait. Okay? Listen to me, because whoever is here right now is going to hear live the James Dean story. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to drink this and I'm going to do it. Okay? So I just want you to know, if you're texting, if you're typing down here, I can't hear you. See, it says one on my screen, one person. So if I'm doing this for one person, I got you. But I want you to know that anybody who's going to leave, you can leave. If anybody's going to stay, you are going to say you are here live for the James Dean story, because there is a connection between myself and James Dean. And I'm going to paraphrase some of the facts because I may not remember the details on James Dean, but I want you to listen. And if you want to sign off and be done, hey, we'll catch you on the flip side. Here's the drink. The truth and the story, according to Fried, is at the bottom of the glass. I'm going to go get it right now. Okay. So if you guys keep typing in the comments, that's fine, but I can't go get them yet. All right. I can't go get them. You got to wait. This is something that Gen X mom wanted me to tell. Happened years ago. I have a James Dean connection. If I'm not even going to look at the counter, if you guys all leave, I got you. But the kid wanted me to tell this story. He wants to turn this story into a video with graphics and pictures and charts and graphs for everybody else. Fine. You're not going to get any of that here. You're just going to get the story. So I'm going to scroll to where it doesn't move. I can't see you guys typing. I love you guys' comments, but you're going to have to wait. Now, it says I've got one person following. Fine. One person can listen. But this is the James Dean story. This is a real, true life thing. All right. So, here we go. I want to pour myself one more glass because this story is going to take a minute. You guys have something better to do. Now's your time to go do it. You guys want to hear something real that really happened that kind of was fucking weird? This is one of those stories. All right. This is the James Dean prayer. That's the email that I wrote when I documented all this when it happened. I called it the James Dean prayer, and I saved it. So Gen X Mom has it in her computer as the James Dean prayer. All right, so this story that I'm about to unfold happened in, I want to say, 2007. And let's do a little background on James Dean. A lot of you know who James Dean is. He was not Gen X. He was, before that, he was Boomer generation. And James Dean has always been the kind of epitome of cool. You guys will, to this day, you will see, and he died in 1958. I'm thinking mid late 50s. So there's some facts I'm going to get fucking a little bit wrong. Number one, I don't remember, and number two, I'm drinking. So just don't grammar police me. But James Dean did 3 movies. One of the most famous movies he did was called Rebel Without a Cause, which was just a teenager who was rebelling and didn't know why. It was like, give me a cause, I'll rebel. And we have all been there. We've all been that teenager that you want to stand up to something. And James Dean, if you guys have all seen pictures of him, wasn't that cat fucking cool? I mean, that was a smooth looking fucking dude. He was cool. And he died before his time. And James Dean, he got 2 nominations and one award or maybe 2 after he was dead he only did 3 big movies. But James Dean was just fucking James Dean. I mean, there was something about him that kept the leather jacket, the Levi's with the pant legs rolled up, just the cigarette, the fucking standing in the corner. He had that persona. He had that lean. James Dean was fucking cool. And he was before my time by a lot. And even when I got to be a teenager, I knew who fucking James Dean was. All right. So James Dean was born, I think he was born in the late 30s, died in the mid 50s. So 20 years old or so in there. Made 3 movies and was just coming up to be somebody. I mean, really going to be power in Hollywood. So he buys a Porsche, and it was a Porsche Spider. It was a little low to the ground sports car. You could buy them right off the showroom floor if you had the money, and they were almost fucking race ready. And he took off one day, and he was going to race it. James Dean had begun racing his Porsche like in real circuits, little tracks. When you in California, there is a ton of dirt tracks, ton of asphalt tracks, and I mean, just racing in California was big. The Beach Boys personified it with all of their stuff. It was a big fucking thing, and James Dean was beginning to go to some of these circuits of races and like just join in. He liked racing, and he had money, a brand new Porsche, this little fucking sports Spider, fucking low to the ground convertible, bitchin' little car. I mean, a great little car. So he heads out one day, and I'm gonna fuck up some of the facts here because I've been drinking and I'm still drinking. He had one of his friends in the passenger seat, and they left LA. And there's pictures of him at some gas station. I think it was like in North Hollywood or something, where he got his final gas. And he heads over the Grapevine, Interstate 5, heads towards Bakersfield, and cuts across the 46, which was the reason I'm involved in this story, was because at the time, my grandmother had a house out in Cambria, California, and my wife and kids and I would always go out there to the coast. We spent a lot of time Cayucas, Cambria, San Simeon, doing that in Cambria. And on the way, there's a James Dean memorial. So let me back up. So along the way on the 46, as soon as you leave Highway 5 and you head west on the 46, really quickly, there comes a junction, and I think it was junction 33, and there's a big billboard, kind of a cutout of James Dean. This was his last stop. He got gas, he got this. And it was just a hole in the wall place. And then over the years, they actually remodeled the entire inside of this building, and they put a big counter for food in there, and they put a statue sitting at the counter of James Dean. So clearly that was a little bit of an embellishment. I got that. But it's still cool to fucking look at. And they sell James Dean memorabilia, and they got a big not cardboard. It was a wooden sign with him kind of in his leaning pose with his cigarette. So that's I think that was on. I should have done my homework before I did this. I should have done some research to refresh my memory. So you're just gonna have to put up with the fucked upness of this because I'm drinking and I'm doing it from memory, and everybody wants me to tell it. So, but on the 33, so you can stop there, and you're getting gas at the very last place that anyone hung out or saw James Dean. He got some gas, got some food, got some snacks, get in your car. All right. He heads out the 46. Highway 46 from the 5 going west was a fucked up road. And what I mean, it was a fucked up 2-lane dangerous road. Now, it's not as bad as the 126 going from the 5 towards Fillmore. That I have traveled many times, and it's called Blood Alley. We can talk about that at a different time. There's some stories from there. But the Highway 46 was a 2-lane road that basically went from Highway 5 to the 101, and it was dangerous. It was a boring, dangerous stretch of road for a lot of it, and a few hills in between, and it was a lot of traffic on a 2-lane road. Now, today they fixed it. Now, today they've made most of it 4 lanes with during the dangerous parts a good divider. But back then, even when I traveled it, it was a fucked up road. But back then in the late 1950s, it was even more narrow and more fucked up, and it was a difficult road to navigate. All right. So hold on, because the rest of the James Dean story is down there somewhere. I'm gonna go get it for you. Now, if you're typing, I can't read what you're typing. I put it on pause, and just don't type right now. I'm trying to tell you something. Okay. So James Dean heads out this road, the 46. Now, they've moved the 46 a little bit over from where it was because it had some very treacherous up and downs where you couldn't see. And I'm going to say there was one point in the 46 where it curves at this low prairie point. It really wasn't a canyon point. It was more of a prairie point, and it joined, if I remember right. See, I should have done my fucking homework. I'm going to say the 46 joined the 43, which went more inland in California and north. Maybe I have the number wrong, but I think it was the 43. But nonetheless, there was just this little intersection in the middle of nowhere where the 46 came down and made a gentle curve and went towards Atascadero and out that way. And I think joining it was the 43 from north, and it came a little bit north on the 5. I want to say Modesto, Madera type of coming down to join. And this intersection was nothing. There was no light. That's what I said. The 43. Gen X mom chiming in the way she does. There was no stop sign, no stop light. It was just kind of maybe there was a stop sign, but it was kind of a yield. But the 46 made the main turn. And as this turn, the 43 came in and just had a stop sign joint. No big deal. But at the time, James Dean comes over these hills. And no one's saying he's speeding, although he probably was. I do. When I speed right through there, I'm fucking doing 80 miles an hour and fuck everybody. I'm going to assume James Dean, being cooler than me, fucking came through this intersection in his Porsche, being James Dean, fucking fast, and just whipped right through the 46. But there was a person, Mike Turnip Speed. I'm close on the name. Now James Dean's coming this way, just going to make his curve and keep going. He's on the same road. But this guy, Mike Turnip Speed, fuck, he's coming this way and he stops to make a left onto the 43. Why do you think I've been telling you that Highway 43 comes in? He's going to go north. Now, this dude is just a middle class, big Drew Carey, black glasses looking, frame looking guy. And he's just going to turn left and go towards Visalia, Modesto, wherever he's going on that. And James Dean's coming at him this way. Simple integration of what's going on. And hey, simple integration of what's going on. I'm yelling at them because they're fucking talking about the game being loud. All right. So this guy, Mike Turnseed, he's sitting to turn left to go on 43, and James Dean and his friend are coming down. He doesn't see him. If you've been at that intersection, it's a simple intersection, but if you were in a low-lying car with the sun just right, you would, and his Porsche was low to the ground. It was a race car, and the guy just misjudged the distance and the speed. And James Dean comes down to make his left curve on his road, and this guy makes the left turn in a 46 Ford that is fucking weighs fucking 2 tons, and this Porsche weighs 11 pounds, and he fucking hits him. He fucking T-bones James Dean and his friend, and they go flying. Well, the friend lived. James Dean died right there on the side of the road. And a little further down the road, there is a diner, not a hotel, just a diner. I've eaten there many times. My wife and I have stopped there many, many times to grab some grub. And there's a diner about, I'm going to say, 300 yards down the road past where James Dean died, that intersection. It's still there, and it's very much the same as it was. So the diner built a James Dean memorial. There's a big oak tree right in the middle of a parking lot. And when I say parking lot, I'm talking about gravel. I'm talking about just literally a gravel parking lot. Mortimer Duke sent $5 for stamina, Bubba. Thank you. I'm going to try to keep going, baby. I'm going to try. Mortimer Duke. I love that guy's fucking name. The James Dean Memorial is built at a diner, a little shop. It's a greasy spoon. Now, I know a lot of you don't know what a greasy spoon is, but I'm telling you, that's a greasy spoon. And they got a few things you can buy James Dean inside, but they built a little brick wall around. Go look it up, James Dean Memorial. Not now. I'm telling a story. Don't look fucking now. Look later. But so there's this James Dean Memorial. I've passed it 100 times. I've stopped and stood there 100 times. My wife and I have had meals there and walked outside, and she has patiently waited while I stood at this James Dean Memorial more than once. So I'm going to drink this one to James Dean before we go any further. To James Dean. All right. Before I lose the rest of you in this story. So there's this James Dean Memorial. I've been there a bunch of times. It represents that James Dean died at the intersection, not too far away, just a little bit west of where, and you guys got it. All right. So one day, out of nowhere, I got a shop. I have a shop in town, and one of my good customers and good friends calls me at 10 o'clock at night. And he says that his truck and his trailer he's pulling for his family have broke down. He thinks they lost their water pump. It's the middle of the night. It's a big, long 4-day weekend. And he calls me at home. Now, normally with anybody else, I'd say, yeah, tow your truck into town. We'll fix it at the shop on Monday. But I don't. I'm a nice guy. It's a friend of mine. His name's John. I won't tell you his last name. He's a great guy. And I decide to go. I called one of my mechanics and said, hey, are you busy? I said, hey, I'll pay you some money. Let's grab some tools and let's go help this guy. The mechanic I was working with says, yeah, fuck it. Let's go help this guy. So we go. We grab all our tools and grab some stuff. I don't think Gen X mom went with me, but I think my oldest millennial son, Andrew, went with me. By the time we got the part, got the tools, got the mechanic, and headed out there in the van, I'm going to say it was midnight. So we get out there in the middle of the night, and it's literally 1 o'clock in the morning. The diner is closed. The memorial is just the memorial. There is literally one pole with a single 100-watt light bulb hanging over where we are. And we drive his truck and his trailer over to just under this light bulb. And we began to pull out our tools and try to take, he had a turbo Cummins Ford. No, not Cummins. Fuck. Ford was, now I can't think of it. Fuck. I've been drinking too much. I should hang up right now. I should not be online right now. I should not be talking when I can't. Power Stroke. So we start taking the water pump off this Power Stroke at 1 o'clock in the morning. We have pulled up to the only one light bulb available at the James Dean Memorial, which I've been around for years. And we start taking the water pump off. All right. So my customer, my friend, is there with his wife and his daughter. I'm there with my oldest son and one of my mechanics. And it's 1 in the morning. We're pulling it apart. No problem. Just a bullshit deal, but we're trying to be helpful. It's a big, long weekend, and he's trying to get where he's going with his friends. So we're out there doing it. He'll pay me a couple extra bucks for helping him out. Fine. And on the Highway 46 in the middle of the night, there's no traffic, no nothing back then, and nobody stopping at a diner that's closed, and a car pulls up. This is where it gets interesting. A car pulls up. It's like a 1995, 96 green Buick LeSabre. It pulls up opposite of us at the James Dean Memorial and stops. Shuts off. Lights go off. Now I'm sitting there. The mechanic I got is still working. My son is still there. The wife and the kid of the customer are still there, and everyone's looking. And I'm a little edgy, as you can imagine. This is a little bit strange. It's like 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. Anyway, this person gets out of this green Buick LeSabre, puts on a fucking full trench coat, has long hair, full big long beard, and he puts on a black cowboy hat. Now, I start moving towards my van, where my pistol is. Yeah. And this guy goes to the trunk of his car and opens up the trunk of his car. He was parked a little bit at an angle where I could half see him and half not. And my friend, the customer, who's John, he comes over and he goes, and my customer's like, hey, what's this going on? And I'm like, I don't know, but I fucking got it. So I got my pistol on the front seat of it's in my fucking hand, waiting to see what this guy does. And this guy in his full trench coat shuts his trunk of his Buick LeSabre and starts walking towards the James Dean Memorial, which is still between where we are and where he is. And he walks around it right up towards us. All right. So I grab my pistol, put it behind my back, and I stand there, and he walks up to all of us, the mechanic, me, my customer, and his wife. The kid was in the trailer. And all I'm thinking is, if this fucker goes sideways, I'm going to put him down. That's all I was thinking at the time. All right. So he starts talking. And he says, I don't mean to alarm you. I was wondering if you folks would mind if I went over to the memorial and prayed for James Dean. He had something in his hands the whole time he was walking. When he got up to me, it was a Bible. All right. To be fair, I want to tell you, I put my pistol in my back pocket. Chambered, yes. But I went, what? And the man says, I don't want to disturb you folks, but I need to walk over and spend some time praying for James Dean. Now, my guard dropped a little bit because his words weren't fanatical. I was actually intrigued. So I said, as I get some more, I asked him what he meant. I said, you're going to pray for James Dean at his memorial. It's 1:30 in the morning. We're fixing a water pump on a Power Stroke engine. My mechanic kept working. My son was standing right with me with eyes about as big as saucers, thinking that one of us was still going to get shot. He didn't know if it was me or this guy. I was like, just calm down and wait a second. Let's hear what the guy has to say. Now, this is what the man told me. All right. Want you to listen. This is what he told me at 1:30 morning at the James Dean Memorial on Highway 46. He says to me, he says, do you believe in God? Now, he's talking to my customer and I. We are both standing in front of him. My customer standing there with his arms out, me with one arm out and my hand in my back pocket on my pistol. Sorry, I'm judging people. Old habits. And this bearded, long-haired man he couldn't have been 30 years old. No. This guy was in his mid-20s at the best. And here's what he says to me in the middle of the night. He looks at me and says, do you believe in God? Now he waits for an answer. And so my customer and I, his name's John, we both say, yes, we believe in God. He goes, okay. Do you believe that God is all-powerful, omniscient, and omnipotent? Now, if you don't know what those words mean, omniscient and omnipotent are all-powerful and everywhere. Now, that's the key, everywhere. And I said, of course, I believe that. I got to drink a little more. Don't let me get sober during this story. Okay. So we both agree. God is all powerful and everywhere. So what? And the guy looks at us in the middle of the night and he says, okay, he says, do you believe in praying for someone's salvation right now. And of course I said, what do you mean right now? He says, well, if you have a neighbor, if you have a friend who doesn't believe in salvation, do you believe that praying for them helps? And I said, praying for them in what fashion? And this man said, well, do you believe that you could pray for your neighbor? Please, Lord, let this man understand faith and salvation. Please, Lord, let this man understand that there is a God, that there is a path to heaven. Believe it now. And do you believe that God could work on your neighbor's heart to bring him to salvation? Now, me and my customer at the time, we said, yeah, we both believe that. Now, my customer was more adamant. He says, yes, I believe if you pray to God to work on someone's heart, to that God would work on their heart, work on their salvation, that they become a Christian, God can work on them. And he was very vocal. I simply agreed. My customer, my friend, was very vocal on that. I said, okay, all right. Now remember, we're in the middle of the night, 1:30 in the morning, at the James Dean Memorial with this guy who rolled up in a Buick in a trench coat and is confronting us on these issues. Now, keep in mind the moment that this is in. And he says, okay, so you both believe that if you pray, God will listen and potentially work on someone, work on your neighbor. And I said, well, yeah. Yeah, doesn't mean he's going to believe. Doesn't mean he's going to convert, confess, or anything. Doesn't mean any of that. It just means that we believe that God has the possibility of working on someone we're praying for. All right. So he continues. And I know I'm going to lose a lot of you on the following. I got it. But this story, according to everyone, my wife, it needs to be told. So here we are. He says, now this is the moment. This point right here is where things get fucking weird. Now listen. So let's say, as a point of due process in Catholicism or Christianity, that there is the possibility of you praying for someone's salvation and God works on them. All right. We can all agree that if you are part of that belief system, that's how it works. Then the man looks right at me and he says this. He says, do you believe that God transcends time? Now, I didn't have to think about that for too long. I said, well, yeah. Now, what he meant by that was something simple. What he meant by that was, is God here at the James Dean Memorial in 2007? Yes. Is he also in 1945? Well, yeah. Is he also in 2025? Well, yeah, if you believe in the concept of God, God obviously clearly transcends all time. He's everywhere in all timelines all at once. Okay, I got that. So what he's saying, what he was asking was, do you believe that God is everywhere? To which I had to reply from my upbringing, my knowledge, my thoughts on that. Yeah, he's everywhere. He says, okay, so you believe it's okay to pray for your neighbor to accept Christ. You believe it's okay to pray to God to, hey, God, work on my friend, my neighbor right now. He needs Christ. And I went, all right, yeah. He goes, so what I want to do is pray for James Dean that he becomes a Christian and goes to heaven. Now, the first thought of myself and my friend, we said, well, hasn't that been already decided? I mean, James Dean lived, he died. If he followed, if he believed, if he confessed, if he whatever he did with religion, isn't that already decided? It's done. He's dead. And this guy in this moment looked at me and said, now wait, if God transcends time, if he's everywhere, just as you will pray for your neighbor today, couldn't I pray for James Dean to accept Christ 50 years ago? Isn't God there then? Couldn't I pray to God and have him intervene then? Oh, you guys want to talk about some dude, some some fat Gen Xer in the middle of the desert in the hills, trying to wrap his mind around some shit right then and trying to come up with an answer? Okay, if God is in 1958 or whatever year James Dean died, if he's there back then, couldn't you pray, hey, help James Dean fix his shit and have God go, hey, James Dean, you ought to fix your shit? Who cares when you prayed for it? Now, how would we ever know? Unless all of a sudden our history changed, our timeline changed, and all of a sudden there was some deep evidence that James Dean walked up to a camera or a newspaper and said, I've found faith. We wouldn't know. And we wouldn't know that it was any different. It would just happen and we would think that's normal. That's our history. But this guy was determined to pray for James Dean's salvation in 2007, even though he died in 1958 or so. And I remember my friend and I not arguing over it, but my friend said, that won't work. That's already been decided. That's over. And if James Dean had done something religious to fix and change his life, we would all know, and we don't. And the guy looked at him and said, I haven't prayed yet. You don't know the changes, and you'll never know, because if it happens, it'll just seem normal to you. Oh, I remember him saying that to him at the James Dean Memorial at 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning in 2007. And that man, with our appreciation, our saying our approval, began to pray. He began to pray for almost an hour. He almost prayed for an hour over this shit in his own way, at his own time, with us watching, praying for James Dean's salvation, that God would, because God's there. He did that. And I remember I forgot all about and didn't care about the water pump we were working on. I tried to get my mind around how it could happen. And what if this dude was successful? What if this guy was successful in what he was trying to do? And James Dean, by something, did on his own convert to Christianity, confess his sins, and become a Christian and obtain salvation. How would we ever know? How would we ever know if this guy was successful? Now, if he was successful and James Dean had some interviews coming, he might have said something and we'd all know right now, all of us would know. But what if it happened? What if it happened on his drive? What if this personal moment happened while he was driving and he never told anyone? How would we know then? Maybe this guy was right. Maybe this guy's mojo for what he was thinking with James Dean worked, and God intervened, and James Dean was enlightened and confessed and did his thing where nobody knew. Maybe he did it on the car drive. Maybe he did it right before he died. So there I am sitting at the James Dean Memorial at 2 o'clock in the morning now, 2:30 in the morning, with a perfect stranger saying that he is praying for James Dean's salvation while I sit there fixing a water pump on a 2002 Power Stroke and trying to solve in my mind the possibility that what this guy's doing worked. And how would any of us know? To this day, how would any of us know a goddamn thing? But man, did it make me think about Christianity. Did it make me think about the possibility of praying to God for something that happened because he's there? And how much, if it's true, how much could get changed? Now, we all know that Hitler killed Jews and started World War II. So that never got changed. We got that. But was there something else? Was there something else that got fixed, that got changed by prayer? Maybe there was 1,000 people that prayed for some guy named Gary to not kill a bunch of people in Norway. And maybe that prayer worked. And now we don't even know that Gary killed people in Norway. It's not part of our history because God transcends time. It brought a lot of things to my mind at that time. And it's called the James Dean Prayer. It's an email. The Gen Z kid wanted me to tell this story, and he wanted to put pictures and graphics to this story for whatever it means. No one's telling you it's true. No one's telling you it happened. No one's telling you that James Dean, nothing. But what we are telling you is the story occurred. I'm telling you a story that did occur in my life, and the kid wants to put some pictures and graphics to it to give it weight. No, maybe it's got weight, maybe it doesn't. But now you've heard the James Dean story. Now, you guys kept typing. I can't possibly catch up with everything you've said right now. I'm just telling you that part of my life that happened. And it's 3:13 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I got to go. I drank way too much. I've done 2 live streams, the big one and the personal one. And I'm sure that I'm completely fucked up backwards and wrong on a lot of this. But I will go back and read everything you guys have written. I promise you. On it when I shut this off, that my stuff stays up there where I can go read it, and I will go read it. But you guys, Gen X mom, Gen Z kid wanted me to tell you the James Dean story. I know, there's still the Charlie Manson story. I know there's still the Los Padres mine story. I know there's still other shit that you guys will not give a shit about, but I wanted you to know. I wanted you to see it. So there it is. I'm going to say goodbye right now. I'm going to end this with drinking my last shot of Jack. I'm completely fucked up. I've been drinking for way too long. It's 3:14 and I've been drinking since 10, and we've done 2 live streams right now. So if this turns you guys off and nobody gives a shit, sorry. If it was something interesting and we can expound on it later, great. But I want you to know that everything we talk about in here is the truth as I see it, as I remember it, and we will continue to go on from here. There's a lot of you that are solid extras, and I'm with you. I am. So I'm going to say goodnight right now, or good afternoon. I'm going to watch the last of the Rams game, have some food with my family, and just wanted you guys to know that I appreciate every comment. I will go back and read everything you guys said. So until then, this is Gen X Talks clocking out. We'll catch you folks on the flip side.